no, what if I didn't get, what if I did that? It's now.
With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertainers.
You play for each other. Oh.
Year after year after year after year, the story reads the same. The Gold Ball makes the same road trip from UCO to South Tulsa. But the story can change in an instant.
Bounces it to the outside. He's got running room. Titan Hicks off to the races. And he's brought down from behind by Mustang, but a huge gain on fourth down. Robinson, end zone, touchdown Tigers. Pushing the pile, slipping out into the open. Corey Sengo, house call, touchdown Broken Arrow.
In the blackout, the status quo is disrupted. In the darkness, the Tiger reigns supreme. In one day, everything that's been built can fall. Is today the day?
And it falls incomplete. The Tigers stymie the Mustang Broncos once again.
Between the white lines, streaks, records, and championships no longer matter. Brute force pushes the offense down the field. And the most intimidating defense BA's had in nearly a decade quiets the best. One win away from the title game. But to beat the champ, you've got to knock them out. Can the Tigers shock the state? We're about to find out.
Satimba slips out of the offensive line, and he's off into the secondary, brought down from behind, but a huge run. Satimba keeps it himself, and he will punch it in. A definitive score for the Tigers, 26-7. Sacked in the backfield, a safety to seal it. Unbelievable. Gabe Manning putting the cherry on top.
From Frank McNabb Field, it's game time again. It's the Broken Arrow Tigers and the Bixby Spartans. This is Tiger football, and we are gold-blooded. Welcome in, everybody, to the press box here at Catoosa High School. We are coming to you from the semifinal matchup between Broken Arrow and Bixby in the shadow of the Hard Rock Casino. Looking forward to this one. It's going to be an exciting matchup between two of the heavyweights, not only in the Tulsa area, but in the state of Oklahoma. Now, our broadcast is going to look a little different today. We are in the booth, and we're going to keep it in the booth because we do not have the rights to stream the game, unfortunately. But we can still be here, and we can still have some fun, and we'll still be able to do a radio-style broadcast, and you're going to get to see what it's like inside the booth throughout the game, how we have fun up here. By the way, I'm Dylan Rivera. I'm the play-by-play man. This is Coach Mo. He is our color commentator, a.k.a. Maurice Wallace, a.k.a. Mr. Moyagi. And he knows everything that there is about this Bixby team. He's been doing all of his homework this week. And, Coach, one thing that you and I had both circled was defensively for the Tigers today, one of the biggest tasks is going to be extending Bixby possessions.
Yes.
You don't want to let them go out and strike quickly.
You don't want to let them go out there and strike quickly. That's what it's always done when it comes to Bixby. You got to be able to make them drive the ball down the field. limit their possessions. You know, they average anywhere from 10 to 12 possessions a game. You want to try to cut that down about 6, 7, or 8. You do that. You want to extend the play as well. They look for creases. They want to be able to get behind their linemen and go one way. They can run power one way, counter the backside way. You know, they'll throw a football off it. There's 3 different plays to every play that Bixby runs, so we have to do a great job of being disciplined.
One thing that's going to be crucial in this ball game, of course, is the Tigers taking care of the football. Broken Arrow came in off of a win over Mustang where they really controlled the football game, just ran it down Mustang's throats, were able to get a victory over the Broncos. But then you flip it over to the Bixby side of things, 51-7 over Union, and they created a lot of havoc and some quick turnovers on the Union side that Bixby was able to turn into quick points.
Well, and big-time quick points, and that's how Bixby's going to get you. They're going to lull you to sleep with their run game. They're going to get those defensive backs to get their eyes in the backfield to look at that eye candy. Next thing you know, you see Presley or you see Snyder 5 yards behind your guys. So we got to be disciplined in that as well. But Union did something that I like see from Union last week, and that was they ran the ball pretty good in the second half. I know it was probably against a lot of 2s and 3s, but that just shows you against Bixby's 3 front. They run a 3 front with 2 overhang linebackers that we should be able to run the football against them as well.
I'm excited to see what it looks like on the offensive side of the football for Broken Arrow today, because going into the Mustang game, I don't think any of us expected 0 passing yards at the end of that ball game. I think we had talked about less of a passing game element to the attack, but it was maybe going to be 10 passes or so is what we had figured. And we've seen a lot of Broken Arrow just doing 10 to 15 passes. So that wouldn't have come as a surprise. At the end of the day, you end up with 3 booked pass attempts. There was a 4th that got flagged and called back, but 4 pass attempts total, 3 that actually go into the score sheet. And Broken Arrow today coming out against Bixby, do you think that play sheet is going to change today?
It's going to change a little bit, but I still think you need to go with what the game plan was last week. Anywhere from 10 to 15 plays. You want to control the clock. You want to keep Bixby's offense off the field, their defense on the field. They got a lot of two-way players. A lot of their dudes play both ways of the football. So if you can grind them out on the offensive side of the ball when they're on defense, that can affect them a little bit on offense as well. So as long as we still have that some sort of a game plan going in, pounding the ball in between the tackles, we should be all right.
Well, it's a packed house here at Catoosa High School, Frank McNabb Stadium, and we're looking forward to kickoff. It's just a few minutes away, 8.5 minutes to go until total leather, and it's up on the tee. We're going to step aside as the Star Spangled Banner plays here in the stadium. We'll take a commercial break. Be right back here on AeroVision.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Give it up for the pride of Broken Arrow.
Catoosa High School, Dylan Rivera, Coach Mo Wallace, and on the sidelines is Madison us here today. The Tigers and the Spartans going head-to-head. Broken Arrow 9-2 on the regular season, 6-1 in division play. 9-2, I should say, actually includes a playoff win over Mustang last week. And Bixby is 11-0, 7-0 in district play, and that obviously is always intimidating, but if you are on the opposite side of it, you can't let it intimidate you. And that's one thing that in conversations with students and with players and with coaches all throughout this season, not just this week, is there's nobody that's backing down from this challenge.
No, you can't back down from this challenge. You're here for a reason. You're one of the top 4 teams in the state, and if you want to dethrone somebody, you got to go through a champion. And if we want to be where we want to be and get to the standard that we want in this program, we got to dethrone them tonight. And if we can do that, then we're well on our way to being back where Broken Arrow needs to be. And that's total dominance in the state of Oklahoma.
The old saying goes, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
You got to beat the man.
And that is the case here today, as Bixby's been rolling. 10 of the last 11 state championships that they've been eligible for, they've won.
They've won.
And so Broken Arrow has their work cut out for them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a matchup that I think, if you look back at the history of this matchup, that Broken Arrow should stand down in any way. Because actually, if you go to the all-time record, Broken Arrow leads at 16-5.
Yes.
Now, obviously, they've been in different categories in 6A-1 and 6A-2 and all those sorts of things, and a lot of those wins came from, pre-2000. But even so, Bixby's success has been modern day. And if you think about it, Broken Arrow, the powerhouse that it's been over the last couple of decades, they're getting hot at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just been Bixby's been hotter.
Yes.
So now it's just you bring in this head coach, you bring in this change of scenery with Travis Hill and the new staff. Can you get as hot as Bixby's been?
Well, and another thing to attest to that hot streak is the consistency that Bixby has in their program. I think that's something that a lot of people see outside of Broken Arrow, and it's the consistency with their program. They've had Lauren Hill for the last 14, 15 years. We've been through it for you head coaches. So sometimes your program goes up and down, up and down. So once we have that, and we have that with Travis. Travis is that stability that this community needs. He's that stability, and his staff is that stability that this program needs, that we can start it down at the youth level. We can get to the junior high level, 8th and 9th grade, and we can win, because we've been winning at the 8th and 9th grade level for a while, and Travis knows that, and that's why we have what we have today, a team sitting in the semifinals.
The team captains are just about set to make their way out to midfield for the coin toss. The team captains for Bixby, number 4, Cord Nolan, and he's going to be a playmaker here today. Number 7, Braden Presley. That's a name you should know if you've been following Bixby football at all. Number 61 is it's Caden Penny. It's the junior offensive lineman. He is all the recruiting stars behind his name as well. And the number 32 for Bixby is Maverick Nance, and he is the final team captain for Bixby. We'll let Madison Dildine's microphone take it from here as they do the coin toss at midfield.
All right, fellas, listen up. First and foremost tonight out here, my name is Richard Owens. I'll be your referee. Paul Meanwise will be your umpire today. We need to make sure, fellas, if you're the chosen captains on here today, we need sportsmanship. So if we have any problems out of any one of your staff, we're going to come to one of you as a chosen captain to get this taken care of. Therefore, we don't have to. Congratulations on making it to the semifinals. Best of luck to you all. We already had a coin flip with the coaches ahead of time, so we had the coin flip. Broken Arrow won the toss, deferred to the second half. We'll be kicking. Bixby is, which way we kicking from? Kick from the clock?
Kicking from, we're receiving.
Yeah, they're receiving. Right over here, so we're in a good spot. Right, so everybody stay where you are.
So from the officials, you heard it, Broken Arrow won the toss, deferred to the second half. They'll be kicking from the south end zone to the north. Bixby will be going from the north end zone to the south. Team captains for Broken Arrow, number 1, Jeremiah Satemba, number 4, Samaj Stanford, number 22, Nate Jackson, and number 55, Caden Moody. Now, one thing that could be a factor in terms of direction that you're going here today is it is a breezy day here in Catoosa, Oklahoma. The winds are going out of the south to the north, so the Tigers will be going with the wind to start this game.
Yeah, and it looks like, like you said, it's going to the south to the north, look about 10, 15 miles an hour. This is kind of a wind tunnel of a stadium. I mean, when we were down there, if you get a big gust of wind coming from the south, you'll feel it. So having the wind, whoever has the wind in the fourth quarter, if it gets down to a tight game, will have the benefit of having the wind at their backs.
The starting lineup for Broken Arrow, we don't have our usual starting lineup video for you, so we'll read them off. For the offense, wide receivers, number 4, Samaj Stanford. He's a junior. Peyton Lang, junior, number 5, and Zane Matthews-Boudreau, number 18, also a junior. The running backs, number 7, Corey Sango, sophomore. Number 0 is Octavian Roberson, and he is a junior. Bixby making their way out onto the field right now. Offensive line, left tackle, Caden Moody, senior, number 55. Devin Smith, number 74, freshman left guard. Center, Kason Isham, number 54, is a junior. Right guard, J.J. Brashears, number 71, is a senior. Right tackle, number 65, Tristan Silva, is a senior. And the tight ends, you could see any of 3 tight ends. Number 9, Titan Hicks, will get the majority of the snaps. He is a senior. You got Alex Jobe, number 40, a junior. And Nick Irvine, a senior, number 42. And at the quarterback position, number 1, Jeremiah Satimba, a senior leader for the Tiger offense.
A little gamesmanship right there, you know. Bixby was sitting there just waiting on broken. Said, come on. You know, Bixby's been here. They've been 14 out of 15 years. You know, BA, we haven't been here since 2021. But like I said, Dylan, if you want to be back to where you want, you got to be able – this has to be a norm. You got to be able to be playing on semifinal Friday or Saturday, whatever the semifinals are on. But Broken Arrow, this has to be a norm when it comes to our program.
For the Broken Arrow defense, number 4, Samaj Stanford gets the start at free safety. The strong safety is number 2, Bryson Brown. He's a junior. And then you've got the linebackers. Colton Barlow, number 33, is a junior. Malik Ross, a junior, number 25. And Nate Jackson, number 22, is a senior. Cornerbacks, number 21, Gaston Farrell, a senior. Number 1, Noah Gillespie, a junior. And on the defensive line, number 99, John Burl II, a senior. Number 44, Jackson Ayers, junior. Number 97, sophomore Eddie Dennis. And number 10, senior Gabe Manning.
And one of the keys to the game is discipline. Obviously, Dylan, Bixby's going to be receiving first. We'll be on defense. So defensively, we have to have the eye discipline. You know, there's going to be a lot of movement going on. You'll see it early. A lot of their formations has a lot of movement going on. Eye candy. Front side to play has to play their responsibility. Backside has to stay home, be disciplined. Understand that, you know, don't pursue the football until it's past the line of scrimmage. And obviously, we got to do well in the secondary. I still think that our guys are a little bit better than our guys in the secondary just because we got number 4 and number 1 back there.
So Nick Irvine and the kick team is lined up at the 35-yard line. We're just about set to get underway. It feels like a college football Saturday here at Catoosa High School. The sun is shining. The teams are out on the field, and we're ready to go. Ball's away. Wynn will carry it out of the end zone, and Bixby's offense will take over at the 20. Coach, you alluded to one key already. We don't have our Big Biscuit Blitz as usual this week, so this is our informal Big Biscuit Blitz. Shout out to Big Biscuit here. Your keys to the game, Coach.
Okay, obviously discipline. Tackle well. I mean, we have to be able to tackle well. We have to be able to make sure we shut down the creases that they look for. Their running backs, their quarterbacks, any guy that gets the football off of a jet sweep, they look for little creases to happen. We got to be able to plug those creases up and get the ball to the outside of the perimeter and be able to tackle them. Don't allow the football to we got to be able to spill the football. We got to be able to make it bounce.
So Bixby out on offense, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a tight end in the backfield. Now one of those wide receivers goes from the right to the left. They'll hand it off to Jason Mall, the running back for Bixby, and he picks up 2.
And that's another key to the game. Jason Mall and Carson Kirby, those 2 guys right there help this offense go. Carson Kirby's the type of guy, if he gets into a run game situation, quarterback run game, he's the guy that's going to look for contact. He's a very physical runner.
There are 3 receivers to the left. Now they shift everything. 2 receivers right, shotgun formation. Kirby drops back to pass. The right-handed gunslinger fires away. Deep ball, incomplete. Too far out there for Emery Snyder, the wide receiver.
And Snyder got behind our guy Gillespie, which we've not seen that much this year. So we'll have to be able to keep everything in front of us because they do get the big play. And I think they lead the state in explosive plays.
Again, shotgun, 1 receiver at the bottom, 2 at the top, and a tight end in the backfield as well. This is a quarterback keeper out to the left side. And Colton Barlow makes the tackle short of the first down marker. Brings up an early 4th down for the Spartans. The quarterback keeper, Carson Kirby.
And once again, Dylan, you're right there in that situation, in that formation. They faked the play to the front side. You got 3 or 4 guys making that play right there to the front side. Carson Kirby keeps the ball, goes backside, makes a great play. We'll see right here. Watch out for their shenanigans on the punt team. They could have a guy that has an eligible number that be snapping the football. Looks like they're, yes, so number 4 is eligible right now. But not in this formation. Sorry.
Very spread out, and now jogging off to the left and punting it away. It's a very short punt, falls down right around the 50 and rolls out now to the 40 where Bixby will spot it. Samaj Stanford pumping up the crowd. The BA home side on the opposite side of us is getting pumped up.
And I apologize for interrupting on that. But number 4 is their snapper on the punt team. Okay, if anytime you see a guard or tackle line up on the other side of him, he will become eligible. So that play right there, he wasn't eligible. They didn't like what they seen, so they end up punting the football. Great field position as we get the ball on our 40-yard line.
My unofficial key to the game here is you've got to take care of the football. As I mentioned earlier,
yes.
They struck quickly against Union because there was 2 early turnovers. If you take care of the football, Bixby's defense doesn't collapse down on you. You control the football game, and that's what Broken Arrow wants to do is they start things off with a handoff to Corey Sango and a pickup of 2.
And once again, Bixby runs a 3-4 defense. They have their 2 outside linebackers that play up on the line of scrimmage. They're stand-up ends. Okay, they have the 3 down linemen that they have up there, number 51, looks like 51. Penny also plays, he plays defensive tackle. He's a right side defensive tackle. What we need to do is be able to control the interior line of scrimmage because they do a great job of keeping people off of their linebackers. Watch number 32 make a lot of plays today as well.
Tigers go for a sugar huddle. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, and Hicks will charge forward behind the big offensive lineman and pick up maybe a yard more. 3rd down and 7.
Okay, you're in 3rd and long. You want to be in 3rd and short, but it's okay. Now you got a situation where Bixby might be bringing pressure right here.
Bixby crowd up on their feet making a lot of noise. 5 down linemen with Titan Hicks on the right edge. 3 wide receivers to the left. Satimba in the backfield with Corey Sango. Sango on his right hip. Snaps a little low. Satimba scoops it up. Block from Silva. He's got time. Let's go of it. Picked off by Snyder. Satimba felt the pressure. Number 51, Hector Garcia for the Spartans in the backfield. Made contact with Satimba right as he let it go. Pass fell short of Peyton Lang, and Emory Snyder, the West Virginia commit, comes up with the INT.
And he did a great job staying on his outside hip right there, Dylan, making the play on the football. We got to either A, throw that football away, or B, try to get some yardage to try to punt the football away, put them deep in their territory. This is something you don't want to start the game off with on offensively, and that's a pick right there for the Bixby Spartans.
Jeremiah Satimba just threw his 5th interception on the season. He's been very proficient passing, but that ball was a wobbler short of Peyton Lang. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Tight end goes in motion now. One of those left receivers goes in motion. Kirby hands it off to Maul. Right side, he goes off tackle, and he's wrapped up by a whole host of Tigers. Pickup of 5.
And that's a pretty good job right there on the outside. You took away that seam that he had. You had guys inside that seam. He wants to look for it. He wants to see the seam. He wants to see the crease. He has the speed to catch it.
Ball on the 38-yard line. Bixby man lost his footing in the backfield, and he's wrapped up and brought down from behind. John Broll II making the tackle. The scrambler was Jack Gill. And Gill staying in here at quarterback. Bixby goes quickly. They shift right to left. Gill trying to run up the middle, tripped up by his feet, and it's Jack Gardner making the tackle.
And they may be short. I know they're going to move the chains.
They will move the stick, so a fresh set of downs. It was awfully close. But Bixby's offense keeps it moving.
And what you're going to see here, Bixby wants to try to get the run game going right here. We got 3 receivers to the bottom of the formation.
Now 2 at the top. Kirby in the backfield by himself. Empty set. Lets it go off to his left. Snyder is chopped down hard by Noah Gillespie, but he holds on.
Okay, and right there they were in empty formation. Schneider did a nice little 5-yard hook hitch route right there. Now it brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, empty set. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Now motion. They move Cord Nolan and Jason Mull into the backfield. 2 receivers still to the right. They fake the handoff. The quarterback keeps it. Kirby slips out of 1 tackle. Stanford wraps him up, and now the other Tigers will bring him down. But he gets to the 40-yard line of Tiger territory.
And on that play right there, Dylan, looks like Bro got a little bit too far upfield, because if he gets just a yard less and gets down the line of scrimmage, he'll be there to take down Kirby on that play.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Tigers with 3 down linemen. Now motion, they've got 3 guys in the backfield with Kirby. Little outlet screen pass. Stanford pushes him out of play. And maybe a gain of 1 there for number 14 to the right.
And right there, that's an extension of the run game right there, Dylan. You know, you want to get a little swing pass out to your back. Coming into the backfield, they go fast when the ball is on their hash.
Bixby's moving quickly. Ball on the 38-yard line. They hand it off to Maul. He found a little bit of a crease, but at the end of it was Samaj Stanford again, and he brings down Maul.
Okay, when they have that package of number 33 in there, we got to be able to stop that counter and that power right there to us. So Jack Gardner was supposed to take it on with his wrong arm. He took it on with his outside arm, and they were able to get it underneath him.
Ball on the 34-yard line. 4 men in the backfield. This is Gill at quarterback. Takes the direct snap. Finds some running room. But he's brought down in the secondary at the 25-yard line. First down, Bixby.
And once again, they're going to kick you out, Dylan. If they kick you out, they're going to get the ball underneath your lineman. You want to be able to make that spill. You want to be able to make it bounce to get it for our guys on the back end and make the tackles.
Broken Arrow's trying to keep some fresh legs. They keep rotating defensive linemen, but they've got to sprint on and off the field because Bixby is moving so quickly. But now they slow things down with a timeout.
That's the timeout by Bixby. It's a gift for Broken Arrow, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They talked about it all week at practice. They're going to come in with so many formations. Going to come in with so much personnel. We got to be able to match that. If the ball is on Bixby's hash, we're going to run a certain defense. If it's to the field, we'll run a certain defense. So you got to understand that whatever personnel's coming in, we have a plan for that, and we got to be able to stay. This time of the year, I'm going to tell you right now, Dylan, you got to be able to play ball. I mean, I understand you want to be able to rotate your guys in and out. You know, you got the excitement of the semifinal game, but there's some guys out there, hey, you got to be able to play this game. You got to be able to play it all the way through. So great job by our guys. They're driving the football, but you want to be able to, if they get that kick out block, you got to get underneath it and stop them and make that spill or bounce outside.
One thing that I'd also heard earlier this week as Broken Arrow was preparing for Bixby was that they wanted to make Bixby have to play a full 4 quarters.
Yes.
One thing that Bixby likes to do, and they've done it a lot this season, is jump out quickly to a big lead, and then all of a sudden it feels like the wind is out of the sails of their opponent. Broken Arrow doesn't want to have that happen here today. Now, obviously, there's still 6:26 to go here in this first quarter, and it's still scoreless. Bixby comes back out at the 25-yard line. But it's one thing to keep in mind is that you've got to make sure you're ball offensively and keep them out of the end zone here early.
Yes, sir.
He's set. Presley goes in motion. He hangs off tackle. Now another one in motion. It's Gonzalez. They hand it off to Presley. Jackson wraps him up, and he's brought down by another Tiger. It's Gillespie coming in and finishing the play. No gain for Bixby.
Nate Jackson did a great job of staying home backside because they ran that jet sweep motion. You have Presley coming backside. They tossed to Presley, who's right behind the lineman. Nate Jackson did a great job staying home, stymieing that play.
Still at the 25. Everyone moving around for Bixby once again. Maul on the right hip of Kirby. Faking the handoff, going quickly out to the right side. Short pass is complete and brought down by Gaston Farrell. It goes to number 24, Corey Foreman.
And you have the little out route right there because Bixby does a great job of trying to get the hitches, trying to get you to miss a tackle, to get upfield. So right now you're sitting in the 3rd and long right now for the Spartans.
3rd down and 5. Gonzalez goes in motion. Kirby back to pass. He's got time. Steps up, delivers. Got his man. Touchdown Spartans. Kirby connects with Connor Arendt, the tight end. And Bixby's on the board.
And all Connor did right there is he got inside of Jack. Got inside of Jack, beat Jack by 2 or 3 steps. Kirby sees him. He's in for the end zone for a touchdown for the Spartans.
Bixby does like to go for 2. It's not very often they actually just take a normal 1-point PAT. So they set up, they fire off a screen. Going to try to fight for the yardage. Not going to get there. The Tigers stand firm there. So it's only a 6-point lead for the Spartans here with 5:18 to go in this first quarter.
Okay, even though they got points on the board, Dylan, offensively we got to go out there and we got to be able to take care of business, protect the football like you said, get yardage. We have to be able to play in front of the chains, but we can't have Bixby get the amount of plays they've gotten their 2 possessions so far to our three plays on offense. So we got to be able to get good field position, take the ball down, and get a score out of it quick.
That interception, while it may not have been costly for the field position game, what it is costly for is you give momentum to Bixby.
Yes.
But then at that same time, if maybe you just get a 4 or 5 yard gain and then you end up punting the ball away, you've got the wind to your back. You're probably putting them close to the 10 yard line.
Exactly, and you want to be able to pin them. You want to be able to make them drive the football down the field because, like I said, they're an explosive team. Now, don't get me wrong, Dylan. If they have to drive the football, they'll drive the football. But they are built of explosive plays.
So Bixby's kick team is out there. The kicker for Bixby is number 99, Bradley Teo. And the deep return man for BA, number 4, Samaj Stanford. Rumble from the Bixby drums, both sidelines full of fans. And Teo elects to keep it short. It'll go out of play. That'll draw a whistle. And Broken Arrow will get a few extra yards out of it.
And we got to be a lot more physical up front. Once again, if you want to get the ball, you want to take the football, you want to make sure we can run in between the tackles and the interior line. Case Inisham, Big Devin Smith, J.J. Bashirs. We have to be able to move the bodies up front to make sure we're successful in the run game.
So the Tigers ended their last possession with an interception on 3rd down, so only have run 3 plays offensively so far in this ball game. And we'll see what they roll out here. Zane Matthews-Boudreau on the right side of the formation. At the top, Samaj Stanford. In the backfield is Sengo. They hand it off to Sengo, and he's got nowhere to go. Tried to get around Preston Birch on the left end, but Bixby was there.
And once again, Dylan, number 32, he's that linebacker that does a great job of keeping. Their front line does a great job of keeping the blocks off of him, and he's the one that made that play on Sengo.
Bixby has 121 tackles for loss as a team this season, 30 sacks total. They live in the backfield. As Satimba drops back to pass once again, he's got time, lets it go deep. Matthews-Boudreau caught, and a huge gain for Broken Arrow. Tigers all the way down to the 14.
And one thing I can also tell you, Dylan, is we have the speed at the receiver position to beat these guys deep. These guys, sometimes they like to keep their eyes in the backfield because their front 7 does a great job. And on that play right there, you got Zane Matthews-Boudreau goes across the field on the 9 route and catches it right there at about the 17-yard line, 18, 19-yard line. First down, we're in the red zone for the Tigers.
Matthews-Boudreau has been the deep threat for the Tigers all season long. He's averaging over 17 yards a catch. Offensive line steps up, quick sugar huddle. Shotgun, Sengo in the backfield with Satimba. They hand it off, and again a tackle for loss. He's got nowhere to go. Eaten up by Bixby and taken down at the 18.
And number 51 is your zero technique. He's a guy lined up over the center in his 3 down front, and he made a great play shooting the A-gap and stymieing Sengo for a loss right there.
Loss of 4, 2nd down and 14.
This is probably one of the biggest series that Broken Arrow's had all year long.
5 offensive linemen, Preston Birch, Noah Hayes, Titan Hicks. Going to take the direct snap. Peyton Lang and Joseph Williams out there at the wide receiver positions. Hicks takes the snap, and again, nowhere to go.
And that's one thing about Bixby. They're great. They do a great job up front, and they also screw them safeties down. The safeties are screwed down to about 6-7 yards. I think we can beat them over the top if we give Jeremiah enough time. I think we can beat their safeties over the top because they do run a lot of man-to-man.
So it's now a 3rd down and 15 with the ball at the 19-yard line. Left hash. Satimba fakes the handoff, rolls right, nowhere to go again. Bixby coming up with a huge sack.
And that right there, we got a flag on the play.
Flag out. And it looks like it'll be against Bixby for a sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
As Lauren Montgomery is telling his guys all to back up. Ball placed now at the 26, so a loss of 7. And the Tigers will come back out with the kick team now as Nick Irvine trots out there. This will be a pretty long field goal attempt for him, 43 yards. But Irvine has the wind to his back and he has a big leg. This would cut the lead in half. Irvine steps it off. Gardner the holder. Hicks is the long snapper. Snap is out. It's down. Irvine's away. And it's good.
Nice.
Nick Irvine from distance.
Nice.
And it's now 6-3. Broken Arrow trailing by 3 to the Bixby Spartans here early on. 2:54 to go in this first quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break. Come right back here on Arrowvision.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Ball placed at the 40-yard line for Nick Irvine to kick it away. The Tigers now trailing just 6-3 here at Catoosa High School. Semifinal matchup between Broken Arrow and Bixby. 2:54 to go here in this first quarter. The Spartan return men deep are Braden Presley and Corey Foreman. Irvine sends it away, and it's into the end zone for a touchback.
And that last scoring drive was 6 plays, 39 yards, 2 minutes and 24 seconds, Dylan. I mean, you did well on getting the yards. You did well on taking time off the clock. We got to score touchdowns and not field goals.
As the defense comes back out here, Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, was listening in to cornerbacks coach Keenan Reed.
He said, listen, you guys need to calm down. They're not outrunning you. We just got to get some depth and know if they're going to go together or go separate. Play with confidence. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. Spartans trot back out there. It's Carson Kirby and Jason Mall in the backfield. And 3 receivers to the right of the formation. 3 down linemen for Broken Arrow. Tigers in their all-black uniforms with the black helmet. Bixby all-white uniforms with the blue helmet. They'll hand it off to Mall. Mall slips through the offensive line and finds enough running room to get a solid gain here on first down. And it's a pickup of 7.
And that's what I'm talking about right there, Dylan. That's from what we see from our vantage point, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to be able to plug the creases up because he's going to get through there like a little jitterbug and try to find that crease and explode through.
Jason Mall against the Tigers last year at Owasso, his previous school, had 4 carries for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kirby keeps it himself, has room around the left sideline, and he's able to get a huge gain all the way out beyond the 50. And Bixby is moving the ball with ease right now.
Okay, and that right there, Nate Jackson gets caught up and gets sealed. He got sealed not only by the tight end, but he got sealed by the running back that came over, and that sprung Kirby for a big gain.
Spartans trying to run the offense quickly. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end Nolan goes in motion. Mall behind Kirby in the pistol formation. They'll hand it off to Mall. He'll run behind big Caden Penny. And he's wrapped up quickly and brought down at the 45, gain of 1.
And all week long, the defensive coaches at Broken Arrow were talking about you got to be able to let the string the play out. We got to keep our outside shoulders free and play down the line of scrimmage. We got to do that in this possession.
Presley at the top of the formation. Gonzalez and Snyder at the bottom. Cord Nolan the tight end. Jason Mall, Carson Kirby in the backfield. Kirby rolls left. Trying to establish his feet, lets it go, and he'll throw it out of bounds over the head of Gonzalez.
And great job by the defense, great job by our secondary by taking away what Kirby wanted right there. And going back to what Madison said from Coach Reed, they do have to calm down. It's just another ball game, and I know it's easy to say sitting up here in this booth, Dylan, but it is just another ball game. It's between the lines. It's a semifinal game, but it's just another ball game. Know your keys and stay confident and stay calm.
Pistol. Receiver in motion. Kirby to pass. Feeling some pressure. He'll step outside. Flings it out to Maul. Maul's got running room. Able to cut back inside and make a tackler miss, and brought down from behind by Malik Ross. And another huge pickup for Bixby. A first down.
Okay, you got Eddie Dennis, and you got Reed Watkins. They got to keep their feet on that. They keep their feet. I think they put pressure on Kirby on that play right there, but they got to keep their feet and keep the play going for our defense.
22-yard line. It's Gill at quarterback. He's got some lead blockers, and he's able to power forward for a couple. Brought down at the 18.
And this is exactly what Bixby wants to do after that big play. They'll get you in a little condensed formation. They'll run quarterback run game at you. Now Kirby's back in the game for him.
Spartans move people around quickly, not just in the formation, but on and off the field. Trying to keep up with the substitutes is a lot. Kirby fakes the pass, now lets it go. He connects with Gonzalez and into the red zone. Spartans down at the 4.
Okay, right there, Tayshawn just lost Mole right there. Just lost him in the backfield. He comes out. He had him. He just loses him right there in the flat area.
It's Gill back out there. He'll keep the direct snap himself, run behind his lead blockers, and score.
And right there on that play, he ran left side, and they just got a pancake block right there on our end. Our outside linebacker pancake block right on Barlow, and Kirby just walks right in for the touchdown.
It's now 12-3, and as I'd mentioned earlier, Bixby very rarely ever takes the kick for the extra point. They're going to go for 2. Trying to see if they can get the Tigers to jump. Now they'll rotate things and bring the kicker out and play it safe on this trip. Again, the kicker for Bixby is Bradley Teo. The senior number 99 puts it up and through. 13-3 the score line. We'll step aside for another commercial break as the Tigers return team comes out here in just a moment, live here on AeroVision.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Back here live at Frank McNabb Stadium in Catoosa, Coach Travis Hill is livid on the Broken Arrow sideline with the officials as he argues for a call. And he is trying to get the attention of the White Hat earlier. And as he's got it now, the White Hat is marching back after him. And they're trying to discuss what exactly might have been missed. And now we'll reset things. Our sideline reporter Madison Dildine was saying that Coach Hill was certainly not happy with what played out there on that end zone trip for Bixby. But now as things reset, 38 seconds on the first quarter clock. Bixby lined up to kick it away. Again, they'll go with the short pooch kick. It falls down on Sengo. He dropped the return, but was able to fall on top of the muffed kick. And so disaster avoided, but the Tigers will start their possession at the 23.
Well, here it is. I mean, I know I said last possession was the most important drive of the year. I mean, this is it right here. You don't want to let this game get out of hand. 35.2 seconds left. Bixby can't put up 3 scores in 1 quarter and get teams out of it mentally and emotionally out of it. So our offense just has to do a great job of controlling the football, getting the ball down the field, and let's get some points on the board.
Need to watch the interior of the offensive line here. They've been having some trouble in the run game trying to create those holes they've had all season long. They'll hand it off to Octavian Roberson, his first carry of the ball game. And again, not much going there.
Looks like number 4, Court Nolan's right there on the play right there, Dylan. I mean, once again, you got to be able to hook up and go with these guys. You know, I talked about in pregame, you got to be able to say, I'm the biggest, baddest dude in there, and I'm going to take you to the phone booth, and I'm going to punch you out, and I'm coming out with the victory. We got to be able to do that up front.
Shotgun formation. Lang and Stanford out wide. Matthews Boudreau goes in motion. Satimba rolls right. He's looking right. He's got Matthews Boudreau on an out route. And a great job by the junior receiver to hold on as he was hit hard by Gonzalez and thrown out of play.
And Dylan, I like that right there as the quarter ends. I like that we're getting Jeremiah out the pocket, moving him around, allowing our linemen to zone block a little bit and allow him to get his protection. And I think we have a mismatch with Zay Matthews Boudreau. I think we need to continue to look at that.
Tigers will pick up with possession at the 28-yard line when the second quarter kicks off here in just a moment, live here on AeroVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Welcome back to Catoosa High School semifinal action, Broken Arrow and Bixby. 12 minutes on the second quarter clock. The Tigers come back out on offense. 3rd down and 5 from the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation. Roberson in the backfield with Satimba. Hicks at tight end. 3 receivers out there. Satimba steps up, lets it go. Looking at Matthews Boudreau down the boundary. Did he hold on? Matthews Boudreau with the catch of the day. Right on the right sideline, and the Tigers move into Bixby territory.
And that was a great job. Once again, that's a go route by our guy, Zane Matthews Boudreau. He gets downfield, beats number 3 to the spot. He comes back with a little unthrown. Zane Matthews Boudreau does a great job coming back to the football and making the catch for that explosive play.
As you say, it was underthrown. You got to remember, again, now the field is flipped. The Tigers going into the wind, and this wind is no joke. The flags are about to fly off the pole. It's going about 20 miles an hour now. Hand off to Roberson. Cuts it to the right, plows over one Spartan, and picks up a solid gain on first.
Great job. He keeps his feet moving. We got a nice little kick-out block right there. Keeps his feet moving and almost broke it free. Good job by our guys up front. Now we're starting to get the feel up front. We have to continue that. Watch out for Penny going up against Devin Smith Jr. on this series right here.
Quickly to the line, 2 receivers to the left. Hicks at tight end, Sengo now in at running back. They'll hand it off to the sophomore, and he's able to slide between a couple of Spartans and may have gotten enough for a first down. They say he did. They'll move the chains.
It looks like we're wanting to attack off tackle. Obviously, we can't do what we want to do in between the tackles, so attack off tackle. We once you give Sengo or Octavian that momentum to get downhill, going off tackle, we should be able to beat them to the perimeter.
Wide receivers out there are Joseph Williams Jr., Antonio Gillespie Jr., Joseph Williams, and Peyton Lang, Zane Matthews Boudreau, but Titan Hicks is in at quarterback. He'll keep it himself, and as you just said, going off tackle was working. This time they go up the middle, and they go nowhere.
And once again, the 3 guys up front, the zero tech, which is a nose tackle, and your 2 tackles that can either play 2 wides or they can play 4. In this defense, we got to be able to control them up front. If we can't control them up front, it's going to be a long afternoon for our Tigers.
Hector Garcia, the senior defensive lineman for Bixby, has been dominating the Tigers' offensive line. And he's not a very stout guy, 5'10", 240, but he's been able to control everything up front for Bixby. 2nd down and 12. Hicks looked like he was going to let it go on a pass play, but flags come in.
Well, and Dylan, going back to what you talked about with the Hector kid, looks like we got a legal motion. But they're low, and he's not the kid. He's not your big Gachua kid at the zero tech at the nose tackle position. But he's a kid that's going to be able to stay low, get his extension. He's going to be able to get knocked back. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
So now the Tigers set back up with a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Sengo in the backfield. The receivers out there, Stanford, Lang, Gillespie Jr., and Matthews Boudreau. The snap. Bixby sends pressure, fired at Gillespie Jr., and he wasn't ready for it.
And Gillespie's right there at the inside position. Hey, he's got to look that ball in. That was another opportunity, and you have to be able to take advantage of your opportunities. Bixby's a type of ball club that they take advantage of all opportunities that are presented to them. Broken Arrow needs to get to that point. They need to understand that when opportunity knocks, we got to be able to open the door and invite it in.
Shotgun, 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Hicks at tight end. He's right off the left tackle. Satimba hands it off. And again, no running room, brought down immediately. They'll book him down at the 36.
And once again, Dylan, we get to a position, we get good field position, we get a big play from Zay Matthews Boudreau, and we just go backwards after that big play. And that's the second time out of the last 2 series that we've had that football off of a big play from 18, and we've not gone forward on this 4th down play.
4 down territory, 4th and 17 though. This is going to be a long way to the 1st down marker. Ball on the 36. Got to make it to the 19. And now Satimba will back up and punt it away. Caught by Emery Snyder, and he's going to try to escape pressure. He does so. A good return from Snyder, and he's pushed out of bounds beyond the 30-yard line. A great return as he fielded that one within the 10-yard line.
Okay, this is a huge series for our defense. Our defense has to show up to show out on this particular series, and hopefully we can do that right here.
Looks like there will be a little bit of a delay as Bixby is getting ready to come back out here. They'll line it up at the 32. Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, was listening in as the defense makes their way out there.
Yeah, we talk a lot about leadership, and on this defense, there are several leaders, but Gaston Farrell is one of the first that comes to mind. He said, hey, listen, we're still in this. Let's turn it up, guys.
Absolutely still in it. It's a 10-point ball game with 8:51 to go in the 2nd quarter. A stop here would be huge. Carson Kirby moves 2 Spartans and 2 receivers to the right. Kirby will hand it off to Maul. Tigers crash down, and Maul has no running room. This time it's the Tigers stymieing the Spartans in the backfield.
And Dylan, that's exactly how it's supposed to be played all week long. All week long they talked about at practice. You got to be able to hold the edge, and that's exactly what Barlow did on that one. And it allowed our guys to flow. We cut the creases down. Maul's got nowhere to go.
This time they'll go to the screen pass. It's Gonzalez to the left side, or actually the right side of the offense, and he doesn't get much either.
And that's how you want to stop that screen play as well. Your corner has to come up and take on that block, stay outside. You allow your guys to get inside out, and they take it to the sideline. You get minimal gain on that.
Ball placed at the 29. This is a 3rd down and 13.
Watch for a go route for the slot guy.
Presley moves across the formation. Gonzalez at the bottom, 2 receivers at the top. Kirby in the backfield by himself. Now Gonzalez goes from the bottom to the top. Kirby back to pass. Looking at Gonzalez. The deep ball falls incomplete. Stanford and Gillespie in coverage.
And Gonzalez did as he came across the formation, for a jet motion, comes up, runs a little go route out of his motion, and we just stood right there with him as we were in man-to-man defense. Great job by one of the top corners, not only in the state but in this region. Great job by Gillespie. Brings up 4th down, and the Spartans may be punting. You never know.
Gillespie was with him hip for hip, stride for stride from the line of scrimmage, and then Stanford floated over there, had a nice read on it, and was already breaking toward that route before the ball was even thrown. Gonzalez left-footed. He punts it away. Much better punt this time. Stanford will try to make something out of this as he's got a tackler already on his backside and brought down short of the 35. They'll book him down around the 34, 33-yard line. Tigers looking to answer back. We said a stop there would be huge.
Yeah.
A score here would be even bigger.
It has to be. You have to score. This is a must score. I'm sure Travis is on there on that headset right now telling Jay, you better score right here. I mean, this is the way I look at it. This is one of the most important drives of Broken Arrow football in 2025 goes down right now.
8:03 to go until halftime.
All right, Dylan, I still say you attack number 3. I still say Zane has that mismatch.
One receiver to the right, it's Joseph Williams. 2 at the left, it's Lang and Matthews Boudreau. They'll hand it off, and the run up the middle is from Stanford. And he's still pushing forward. A great second effort from Broken Arrow to get a few extra yards, and he gets all the way to the 40.
Hey, I'll commend to the officials crew right there. As long as he's still moving forward, a lot of official crews will blow that dead. But as long as he's still moving forward and there's safety involved into the play, they'll let it go. Great job by the officials letting that play go.
Stanford still in the backfield with Satima, something we don't see often. Titan Hicks is out wide. 3 to the left and 1 to the right. Now Hicks goes in motion. He's in the backfield. He'll be a lead blocker for Stanford on this run. And this time, maybe no more than a yard.
Well, it looks like they give him a little bit of forward progress right here. Well, Dylan, this is one of those things you want to stay out at. It's a 3rd and short play, but Bixby's feeling it right now. They got the defense. They know that they have the feeling that they know what's coming at you. They're gonna walk those safeties down. They're gonna play man to man. They're gonna make their guys go up front. They're gonna cause havoc up front. That's what you're gonna look for in this type of a play.
Looking to the sideline, and it's Titan Hicks set to take a direct snap here. You need 2 yards to move the chains. Noah Hayes is in the backfield. Now Lang goes in motion. Hicks takes the snap, and he's not able to shed Cord Nolan. And it's a 0 gain, 4th down and 2.
And Cord Nolan is a very sure tackler. He's been playing the game up here at the varsity level since a freshman year, so he's a very sure tackler. We're sitting at about 4th and 2.5. I mean, at some point, you got to punt it. You got to play defense. I mean, you're feeling good about your defense right now.
This is an interesting formation as Bixby is a little confused. Broken Arrow had lined up with everybody to the left of the football. Now everybody's centered. Satimba's deep to punt it away. And it spins sideways and out of play at the 43, maybe the 42-yard line. The referee gave a really generous spot here. I don't know if he's confused by where it went out, but now the marker will move up, and they'll actually put it at the 44.
Well,
make it the 46. They're still figuring it out.
Dylan, offense, we just got to get it figured out. Defensively, we talked about it earlier in the year. You don't want your guys having that many plays on the field. Okay? Right now, we've now been on this field probably 5-1 compared to our offense. We'll have to look the numbers up, but we got to be able to stop them right here. And I think we have the defense to do it, and I feel we have the defense, but this is a must-stop for our defense.
1 high safety, 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right now after the motion. And again, they'll move the receiver back to the other side. Malik Ross with a physical tackle brings down Jason Mall for a pickup of 2.
And the patience right there from Mall. I mean, obviously you see what you see backside. They're going to run. They're going to run their motion, run their motion, run their motion. But the patience that our defense has backside, great job by Malik.
They won't hand it off to Mall this time. It'll be a Kirby keeper, and he has to go down early as Stanford was in the neighborhood. Gets a half yard.
They got personnel changes. Number 33 and number 32 are in for Bixby. So you're probably going to have like a big package right now. And that's exactly what they're going for, a big package.
3rd and 9. Nate Jackson moving people around for the Tiger defense. The snap goes to Cord Nolan. He's patiently waiting behind blockers, wrapped up and brought down hard.
So you got to box that in, Dylan. That's exactly what we did. You had Tayshawn on the front side over there, boxing it in. You had Barlow down here at the bottom, boxing it in. We did a great job by boxing that play in on that big package right there.
Tayshawn Jones-Wade and Nate Jackson in on the tackle. 4th down and 7. Ball at the 49-yard line. Bixby's offense still out there. They send 2 guys in motion. Now they freeze, and everybody looks to the sideline, figuring out what the play call is. 4:30 to go here on this second quarter clock. Now stepping back, Kirby will punt it. And it's got a good bounce right now, but it will roll out at the 2 for Bixby. Looked like it was headed toward that pylon, and he got a lucky roll. Now Broken Arrow has to go the length of the field.
Well, Dylan, they're winning the special teams games right now, and that play right there, that was huge for their special teams, and that's what you want out of a punter. You know, it's a quick kick by their quarterback. Gets the ball down at about the 2-yard line. Now the offense, I mean, you have 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. You can't say it enough. You got to score. You got to put the ball in the black and green end zone of the Catoosa Indians here at McNabb Field. You have to score right here, and you got to be able to run on the perimeter.
So Timber will start under center, I formation. And they'll hand it off to the unofficial fullback. And it's Corey Sengo. They get to the 5-yard line, so a little bit extra breathing room. 2nd down and 7.
Good push by our big boys up front. Now they got number 58 in at that zero technique. Nose tackle position lined up right on top of Case Initium.
That's Joe Peters. Shotgun formation now. 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Sengo in the backfield. They'll hand it off to him. He's able to get a solid gain there on 2nd down. And down at the 7. It'll now be a 3rd down and about 4.
Okay, now what you're seeing a little bit now with the guys up front, they're not getting that knockback they got earlier in the game. Broken Arrow's able to get their shoulders turned for a little bit right now.
3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Satimba's in the shotgun, puts his hand down, looks over to the sideline. Offensive line communicates. Everybody's good with the signals. Sengo in the backfield. Satimba drops back, looks right quickly, trying to connect with Stanford. It's too far outside, and it falls incomplete.
And right here, you have to punt the football. Bixby looks like they were trying to go to either send number 32 or number 4. They end up getting audible from the sideline themselves, backs them off, plays defense. It was errant throw by our guy, Jeremiah Satimba, brings up 4th down as the Tigers are now backed up in their own end zone.
Pass would have moved the chains. It was right on the 12-yard line. But the throw off the mark will now have the Tigers punting it. So Timba's going to need to get some good leg behind this one. May have gotten tipped. Not much on it. It's downed by the Tigers at the 22.
And he's not, I mean, even though he does quick kick a lot out of these formations, he's not your typical punter. He's got to be able to get his footwork down quick enough. On that play right there, Dylan, he was a little bit slow on getting his footwork down. He's got to be able to put that leg in and get the ball out. And right now you give Bixby incredible field position with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second.
These are the moments that I feel like when I was watching games all this week, this is what I saw on film, is Bixby having the ball right here, and then they go down and score in a blink of an eye, and all of a sudden it feels like the wind is out of the sails.
And they capitalize off of your mistakes, and that's why we always talk about when you play the team from South Memorial, you have to play flawless football. You have to. You have to limit your mistakes, special teams defensively and offensively. Right now we gave them the football with a gift wrap package right now.
22-yard line, 1st down. Kirby keeps it himself, runs off to the right side. He's got a downfield block from Snyder. Gillespie's trying to rip it free, but Kirby goes down at the 13.
And we got to be able to hold our block. We got to be able to take on the block and hold it to keep our outside arm free. They did a great job kicking Nate Jackson out, and Kirby gets right underneath them for a good game.
2:55 to go here in this second quarter. They'll move to Hart across the formation. Mull follows behind him, wrapped up and brought down at the 5. Dennis and Ross in on the tackle.
Okay, expect Bixby to kind of keep the spread. I got 2 receivers down here at the bottom of the formation.
Kirby by himself in the backfield right now, but now Nolan and Mull will move over. And off to Mull. No, it's a Kirby keeper, and nobody's even got eyes on him. End zone trip for Bixby. 6 more on the board.
And that's your eye discipline we talked about in the keys to the game, Dylan. Kirby's going to do what he does. He's right there. He gives the ball off. All the action and all the flow goes towards him. You got Mull just sneaking off right in the backside of the formation. Walks right into the end zone.
Bixby lines up to go for 2. And now the kicker will run out there. They'll just take the 1. 19-3 right now. Change things up. The kicker now goes out wide. They're going to try to run it. Gill takes the quarterback keeper. Direct snap is in. 2 points more. (21-3). The Spartans in front of the Tigers here at Catoosa High School. Semifinal action, 2:23 to go in this second quarter. Keep it right here live on AeroVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Both teams back out on the field. Bixby just about set to kick it away. Tiger return man is Samaj Stanford. And Teo puts toe to leather. High flying ball goes back into the end zone for a touchback. Broken Arrow's offense coming back out here, and Coach, what you had just brought up in the commercial break there is that the Tigers have had their chances. They have to capitalize.
You have to capitalize off of opportunity knocks, and you got to be able to answer the door and invite it in. And so far, Bixby's done that, and that's what Bixby does best is they take advantage of any opportunity they're given. That's why they are where they are. That's why they're the standard of the state of Oklahoma when it comes to high school football. Broken Arrow, on the other hand, got to be able to continue to just play our football, but I think you got to be able to run off tackle, be able to get the ball to the perimeter. You got to be able to throw the football a lot better, and we got to be able to protect Jeremiah to do that.
Spread out formation. Now Hicks goes in motion. He's in the backfield, and they slow things down. False start for Broken Arrow.
Okay, now you're resorting back to where things are not good for us. We got to be able to stay in front of the change. We got to be able to stay, on schedule when it comes to the play calls. First and 15 is a first and 15 play call is a lot different than a first and 10 play call.
Ball now on the 15. Shotgun. Hand off to Stanford. And he's able to find a little bit of running room out on the outside. Not much. Picks up 4.
And that's good because if it's first and 10 right now, if it's first and 10, Dylan, you get 4 or 5 yards off of that. Now you're sitting at a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. You're staying on schedule, and that's exactly what Broken Arrow needs to do in this type of a ball game because Bixby's not going to beat themselves. Once again, you got to be able to get into the phone booth and fight with these guys. If we can continue to do that in the phone booth, we should be okay coming up in the second half.
Quickly up to the line. Satimba drops back to pass. And he's looking at Williams, but it's soaring over the head of the freshman wideout. I don't know if Satimba was trying to throw that one away or if he was trying to connect with Williams. Joseph had no chance at that one.
No chance, not if he's 6'5".
Bixby sideline getting loud. Stanford goes in motion. They'll have a bunch to the right. Satimba again to pass. Has a lot of protection, but he throws an interception. Picked off by Hobbs.
And he had a little post route coming behind that play right there. If he would have held it on for just a tad bit longer, I believe he has the post route wide open. But that's another one you can't give them football back. Right back in the situation they were in last possession. Bixby now has the football at the 30-yard line, Broken Arrow's 30-yard line, and now you're putting pressure right back on the defense.
Terrible field position if you're a Tiger fan. The ball is at the 30-yard line, and the Spartans already have an opportunity to score again. 21-3, 2:06 on the clock. And even if you can't get into the end zone, the wind is to your back.
Yes.
3 guys go in motion out wide now. They'll hand it off to Maul. He's got all kinds of running room on the left side. Now he cuts it back inside. Malik Ross makes the tackle at the 20-yard line.
And that's what you're going to do. You're going to spread the football. You're going to spread the formation all the way to the bottom of the formation. Those 3 receivers came all the way out past the hash. Receiver 1 and 2 are passing numbers, and you just give it to Maul right backside.
Spartans in motion, 2 to the right now, 2 to the left. Faking the handoff. Kirby has time, lets it go. Looking at Presley, it falls incomplete.
Okay, looks like we had a little bit of confusion, a little bit of misread right back on the secondary as you got Samaj and Gaston speaking to each other. But Presley, from the right, outstretched arms of Presley, was an incomplete pass.
Looked like it hit Presley's hands. He just wasn't able to get a good grip on it. He was outstretched, nearly at a full dive trying to reach it. 1.5 to go. They'll hand it off again, and he's somehow able to evade the Tigers in the backfield and get to the 15. Eddie Dennis was breathing down his neck, and somehow Jason Maul finds yardage.
Well, and that's what was talked about all week long. You got to be able to shoot your hands, lay pad, wrap up, and get him down right where he's at.
Gill comes out there at quarterback now, and he will try to run it. Wrapped up by the knees, Colton Barlow on the tackle.
Now you're going to have a 4th down play right here. Montgomery will go for it. Looks like we got timeout. Timeout, Bixby.
Timeout to stop the clock. Under a minute now, 58.9 until we reach halftime. The Tigers trailing by 18, 4th down and 5 here. And Coach, obviously things not looking great right now, but the Tigers keeping it close and still within striking distance to the point where maybe you get a stop here and either score quickly or come back out in the second half when you get the football right back and you score quickly. This is only an 11-point ball game.
Yeah, and the name of it right now is you have to stop them. It's a 4th down play. They're going to drop one of their 5 or 10 best plays. You know, Broken Arrow has to continue to play great defense, and I think we've played good defense so far in this game. I just think we've just been given the bad opportunity. I think defensively, we just got to be able to get rolling. But this is on the defense. It's probably the biggest 4th down play of the year for our defense up to this time in the season. We got to be able to stop them right here.
We've seen some 4th down stops at the goal line this season for Broken Arrow, and they've been really crucial, keeping teams like Union and keeping teams like Mustang out of the end zone. This is a little different. You're not right up against the goal line, but still just as big. A 4th down and 5 from the 15, trailing by 18 points. You get a stop here, that's a big momentum swing if you can go down and score immediately after.
And there's no tendency to Bixby when it comes to this type of a play.
Nolan goes in motion. Shotgun. Kirby keeps it. And again, it's Colton Barlow.
Run by number 5, Carson.
The undersized linebacker, number 33. finding a way to knife between the offensive linemen and make 2 crucial stops for the Tigers here in the second quarter.
And that's a great job by defense, great job by Colton Barlow. Obviously, Bixby put it in their best guy's hands. Number 5 is their best guy on their team. He's the most consistent. He has the most experience in this type of environment. And Colton Barlow does what he does best, and that's make tackles.
Team's leading tackler, 111 total, coming into this afternoon's contest. Whistles and a timeout for Broken Arrow. We'll take one with them. 55 on the clock. Tigers got to go the length of the field, but a score here would be huge. Keep it right here, live on AeroVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back live here to Catoosa High School. Ball on the 15-yard line for the Tigers. You can strike quickly, obviously. That's even better, but it'll be a tall task to go 55 yards, or rather 85 yards in 55 seconds.
And once again, our running backs are just running into a brick wall. And that, give credit to Bixby, because obviously Bixby feels that they're better up front right now. Obviously, they're not going to blitz as much. They're not going to send the pressure if they don't have to, just because they feel that they are better up front with their front 7.
Time continues to tick away. Doesn't look like Broken Arrow's going to try to score here. Just going to try to maintain possession and take it into the half. Again, they hand off to Sengo, and somehow he's able to split through and get to the 20. And that's where the half will reach its end, with the Tigers trailing 21-3. Obviously, it's an uphill battle. But Broken Arrow is in this ball game. As much noise as these fans are making right in front of us, Broken Arrow is still in this ball game.
Yes.
It's going to take an all-out effort, and as you had said, you almost have to play perfect football against Bixby. But right now, Tigers are in this fist fight, and there's a chance that they could come back and make a real ball game out of this, or even come out and win. But it's going to have to come from a full team effort.
It's going to have to come from a full team effort. It's going to have to come primarily from the offense. The offense has to be able to put the ball in the end zone. You just can't sugarcoat it enough as that right there. Defensively, see some good things from the defense right now. But I feel if the offense just continues to do what they're capable of doing, running the football, whether you're getting the football out on the perimeter, obviously, like I said, Zane Matthews-Boudreaux, I think that's a mismatch still. I think we could get their guys on the perimeter with their corners, but we got to be able to make the right decisions, and we can't give them the football inside the 20-yard line or inside the 30 of our side of the field in order for us to be successful in this ball game going into the second half.
I think we're going to see a lot of halftime adjustments, not just from one team, but from both teams. I think it's going to look like a very different second half as we get going here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for our halftime show. We've got a lot of fun videos and interesting things that we put together here with AeroVision. Always fun to watch. We will take a break, come back, bring you the booth cam right back, and break it all down and preview the second half here in just a moment, live here on AeroVision. Tiger family, Dylan Rivera here with your monthly update on the exciting progress we're making thanks to your continued support of the 2023 bond issue. Let's take a look at what's new across our district. This month we're celebrating several major milestones made possible by your investment in our schools. At Rosewood Elementary and Highland Park Elementary, we recently held ribbon cutting ceremonies to open new classroom additions designed to help manage student growth and keep class sizes low. These beautiful new learning spaces give students and teachers more room to connect, collaborate, and learn, ensuring that our youngest Tigers have the best possible start. Creekwood and Aspen Creek Elementaries will soon see similar improvements, all thanks to the 2023 bond. Moving up a few grade levels, we also celebrated the grand opening of the Sequoia 8th Grade Academy. This project has been years in the making. Originally envisioned as part of the 2015 bond and interrupted by the pandemic, community input and careful planning to stay within budget resulted in a beautiful, modern facility that reflects our district's commitment to maintaining low class sizes and providing exceptional learning environments. Now home to nearly 400 8th graders, SEGA stands as a proud extension of the Sequoia campus and a shining example of what's possible when our community and district work together for students. We also celebrated the ribbon cutting for the Fine Arts remodel at the Broken Arrow High School, a project that gives one of the most successful arts programs in the nation even more room to shine. The newly renovated learning and rehearsal spaces will allow our talented student musicians, performers, and artists to reach new heights, both in the classroom and on the stage. These ribbon cuttings represent more than just new buildings. They're a reflection of our community's commitment to excellence and opportunity for every student. We're so thankful for your continued support of the 2023 bond issue, and we're looking forward to showing you more of the progress we're making in the months ahead. But until then, remember that in Broken Arrow Public Schools, the best is yet to come.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union, the only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. A lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student or a proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases.
TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Three, two, one.
The infamous gold jacket, I always thought that has a place in Broken Arrow history that he wore. And so today we'd like to unveil a kind of a special memento and case that we designed for Coach Meyer.
Hey Tiger fans and family, here with Mr. Jerry Meyer, the former head coach for Broken Arrow girls basketball, won the 1983 state title, the first state championship in girls athletics here at Broken Arrow. Really cool accomplishment. And today honored with his own memorial section here at the Tiger Fieldhouse. He's got his yellow jacket in there. He's got some really cool little notes and things and pictures in there, and it's really awesome. You're gonna have to come out and see it. But Mr. Meyer, first I gotta ask you, just what are the emotions like? How are you feeling right now?
Well, I was very shocked when Chuck last year at the end of basketball season, he took me to the trophy case and gave me an idea of what they wanted to do, and I said, sure, that's fine, and then got closer and closer, and he says, you do still have that gold jacket there, don't you? And I said, yeah, I've got that gold jacket. When I was coaching, I wore it to the big game. I didn't wear it every night, but I wore it to big games and everything. Definitely had it on the state championship game.
Yes, sir.
That Saturday afternoon against Muskogee. And really feel honored, appreciate what you're doing here.
Well, talk to me a little bit about today and what it meant to you to have your family here and be a part of this celebration.
Yeah, well, we, as you can see, we got a pretty good sized family there and everything, but can't do it by yourself. You gotta, family was behind me all the way, and then you gotta have good players, you gotta have good assistant coaches, and I was lucky. BA's special. It's, grew up, I was born and raised in Bixby, and grew up pretty close.
Yeah.
And it's home. 45 years, it's home.
And it always will be now with the yellow jacket in the trophy case, and we're so excited to be able to honor your legacy. And Mr. Waymeyer, I haven't been able to talk to you for very long, but I can tell that you are a very genuine man, and I appreciate you coming over here and spending the time with us.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Well, Shields has been a fantastic partner from before they opened. I mean, they've extended the invitation out to Broken Arrow Public Schools on what they could do. We could not do what we do without partners like Shields. And so it was important to bring our teachers in and celebrate them and give them an experience that is unforgettable.
So it's really exciting. I've been here a lot, but it was really cool to get a little bit of a behind the scenes look about not just our location, but the company in general, and learn a little bit about its history.
We have 10 culture points that we keep posted in our store that all of our employees learn by heart, all of our associates learn by heart. And one of those culture points is giving back to the community. And our partnership with Broken Arrow has just been outstanding.
I think the cool thing is that Shields does have something for everybody. Not only that, but they give back to the community in ways like this, recognizing the teachers, but also we saw several students that are working here. It really is a community store, community involvement, and even in a community the size of ours, to have something like this that makes it feel smaller and makes it feel like we're all welcome to be here and to shop and be a part of Shields.
Here at Shields, we like to say it's an experience. It's not just walking around and doing some shopping like it would be in a regular store. We like to deliver an experience with every customer that we view. Seeing the teachers really enjoy it, and knowing that they're teachers of the week, it was really a pleasure to get to meet them and see their eyes light up.
It means a lot, because a lot of times we feel like the kids aren't paying attention to what we're telling them, and it's nice to know that even little things can make a big difference in the life of a kid, and that you're going to be remembered by these students.
She teaches like a coach, so my grades were bad, so she's like, you need to get your grades up now.
Good. See, tell her that.
And then
you need to share
she always
that.
had snacks too, so I was starving in the third hour. I always be snacking on Cheez-Its and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to watch our teachers do what they do every day in the classroom and to come to Shields and get to walk around and get an experience, a tour of the store, to see all the different shops, to learn about the store. I mean, they learned about the employee-owned aspect of it. I think you get to understand the economic impact that
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union, the only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you TTCU and thank you Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Welcome back live to Catoosa High School. Dylan Rivera with Coach Mo Wallace, and Madison Dildine is down on our sidelines. Temperatures are getting colder, but this game's only heating up. It is 21-3 at halftime. It is a chilly, breezy day here at Catoosa High School, Frank McNabb Field. It is winds over 20 miles an hour probably at this point, and the cloud cover has taken the sun away, so it is only getting colder. I am now happy that we had the afternoon game and not the evening game, because it's going to be freezing out here later.
Oh, man. It's going to, hey, you know, but it's still a perfect environment for football. I mean, to me, once again, this is a defensive type of football game that you need to be playing. I mean, you got to come out here. It's perfect hitting weather. I think our guys got to come out once, you know, they did talk about on the sidelines, calm down. You know, I think there's a lot of, you know, what we call not doubt, but, you know, questioning going on down there in the locker room. But I think a lot of that probably has to go on the offensive side of the football. You know, what are we doing offensively to put ourselves in a position to be successful in this game? And I think, once again, getting the ball on the perimeter, you know, throwing the football to our receivers, you know, protecting Jeremiah as things have gone. Because I think defensively, we've done a pretty good job, Dylan, of holding them where they need to be held. We just made some mistakes here on offense, and we give them the football, like I said, with inside the 20 or inside the 30, and they do what they do best. They put the ball in the end zone whenever you make mistakes.
Tigers have made their way back out onto the field, getting ready to stretch and warm up. Bixby's been out here for a couple of moments as well in their white jerseys and the blue helmets with the red trim. The Tigers in all black with the gold trim, of course. There. It's so cold out here, but obviously being close to home, that helps a little bit. And the student section is shown on a Black Friday. The Tigers looking to get that every team, every player, every coach wants. It's a tough ball game that Broken Arrow's not played Bixby, and by now they're already warming up the buses.
Yeah.
Tigers are at least within have a chance to take a second half lead or even it up, whatever it may be. But as we prepare for the second half, Travis Hill meets up with our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the first half of play?
Well, obviously, field position wasn't very pretty all night long. We feel like we played inside our 20 most of the first half. So we get the ball the second half. Our kids are excited about getting back out here and proving their worth. Let's see what happens.
What was your halftime message?
Just simply, hey, man, when you – like I said, it's semifinals. The volume's gone up. You got to respond. And I think, like I said, let's go find out. We're getting ready to do that. I know in my heart they're going to give us everything they need.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Hill. Thank you, Madison Dildine. Looking forward to the second half because, as I had said, there's a chance that the Tigers not only take a lead, but maybe at least even it up, make it a close ball game, whatever it may be. But the number one thing is they're going to have to give a full team effort. It's going to have to be done on both sides of the football.
Every person that's on that field, and every possession, every play, all 11 people that's in all black have to give everything they have to give. I mean, and in this situation right here, let's get the ball back, make sure they kick the ball off to us, make sure they don't have no funny stuff with the onside or whatever. But our offense has to show up, and they have to make this a game in this possession, Dylan.
This is where we're really going to find out what the Tigers are made of and how much belief they have not only in themselves but in this coaching staff and in the system that's in place, because this is the biggest of ball games that you're going to get, is going up against these Bixby Spartans. The lights are on. It is the moment. This is where you have to get it done, and the Tigers right now trailing, but they have a chance.
They have a chance, and yes, I mean, the lights are magnified. Yes, it is a semifinal game. It's a right to go to the state championship game down there in UCL next Saturday. But you have to be able to, you have to understand, like, hey, this is still another game. It's still the same when you were in third grade. Lines, it's between the same game. You just got to go out there and you have to execute what you've been taught all week long.
As I said in the pregame, and I'll bring back up now, is we do not have the rights to show any of the game from the broadcast standpoint, any video, any of the plays, none of that. So We have an in-booth cam here, so you get to see me and Coach Mo's pretty faces. Jeremy, our spotter, in the back. Coach Skip Hyde over here is doing stats, and Blake's over here out of the camera shot, but he's running the stream. There you go, a little wave from Blake. Making things happen still bringing you an AeroVision live stream, just a little bit different here today. But we're doing our best to keep things rolling on our side at least, and we'll see if the Tigers can match that effort on the field here.
And Dylan, the rush yards is the big Achilles heel for our offense right now, or our defense, our whole overall team. Bixby's ran the football for 120 yards. We're at 21 yards. That's 100 yards difference right there. We have to be able to run the football. It's playoff time. It's an opportunity to get to the state championship game. Defense and running the football get you there every year. It's a proven fact. It's a proven equation. You just have to go out there and you have to be able to run the football on these guys.
And that's been Broken Arrow's formula all season long. I mean, you look at the Mustang game last week as evidence. That's a team that was averaging nearly 50 points a game, just shy of it, and came out and couldn't get really much on the Tigers. 17 points is the final score for them. And Broken Arrow, on the other hand, just kept running the football and just kept picking up yardage and just kept scoring. So it got to a finish where the Tigers get the win and they move on to the semifinal. But that was the recipe for winning then. That needs to be the recipe for winning now.
It needs to be the recipe for now. And, I mean, obviously, in Bixby's point of view, they want to stop the run and they want Broken Arrow to throw the football because they feel that they can get the pressure on Jeremiah and get him rattled.
Both teams out there. Bixby's kick team lined up at the 35. And Teo points both ways, and he'll step up to the football. Wind direction has not changed, although the speed has. It's still coming out of the south to the north, and the Tigers here in the third quarter will be going into the wind. They'll be going from the north end zone to the south.
And the thing about it, Dylan, is once again, Bixby's not doing anything that we have not been able to be prepared for. They're going to play their 3-down linemen. Their 3-down linemen are going to get after number 51, number 61, number 54. Their two linebackers, number 32, number 4, are going to get after, and their outside linebackers as well.
Broken Arrow moves Stanford across the formation. They'll try to pass it on a screen to Peyton Lang. The ball falls incomplete, but that was a really dangerous throw from Satimba as Emery Snyder was right there and nearly picked it off.
And it was a huge, almost a big-time mistake right there. Sometimes you got to see that. I mean, as a quarterback, you got to be able to see what's coming from one side. You obviously have your guy in your vision, but you got to anticipate somebody coming downhill, and that's exactly what happened. Luckily for us, we're sitting at 2nd down and 10.
Satimba now moves Lang. And again, they'll screen it out to Peyton Lang. Breaks one tackle but can't keep his footing, so he does end up falling down on the turf. And it's right there at the original line of scrimmage at the 20.
As Lang went in motion, came back around, a little orbit motion around for the slot receiver, but he catches the football, tries to get upfield. Bixby does a great job of pursuing, beating you to the spot, setting up a 3rd and long for the Tigers.
This is not the start you want to have when you come out of the halftime break, is to come out and go 3 and out. Sango getting the signal from BA's coaching staff, and there's 4 receivers out there. Satimba back to pass, looking to his left. Matthews Boudreau left open. And it'll be spotted just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, that's not we don't have that vantage point on that side, but I can tell you right now, the marker's at the 30-yard line. He catches the football at about the 29 and a half, brings up 4th and 1 for the Tigers.
Broken Arrow will bring out the big package. Titan Hicks will likely take the direct snap here. Noah Hayes comes out there, Preston Birch as well.
Well, we all know where the football is going, Dylan, and it's just a matter of who wants it more on this possession.
Will actually be Stanford that's going to take the direct snap. He's going to follow Titan Hicks. He's going to bounce to the outside. Samaj Stanford has running room. He's into the secondary, trying to break off of a couple of Spartans, stiff-arming Presley, and a huge pickup for Samaj Stanford.
Hey, and that's the play right there that the Broken Arrow Tigers need. That's the explosive play they have. They was in that big package. We got the ball on the outside. We went off tackle. Samaj does a great job putting his foot in the ground, getting upfield for a huge gain.
Tigers quickly try to get set and catch Bixby off balance. And now they look back to the sideline and slow things down. The Spartan coaching staff is shouting all over the place as they are trying to figure out what to do here Stanford on 4th down keeps the drive alive. Satimba connects with Matthews Boudreau. Again, that hitch route against Gonzalez has been there.
And I'm telling you, I think that's the mismatch that we need to continue to hit on right there, Dylan. We need to get the ball to Zay Matthews Boudreau, allow him to break this game open as well.
Matthews Boudreau is the team's leading returning receiver from last season. Had the most catches on the team. Right now, 16 catches on the season, and he's had a few today. Snap to Satimba. They hand it off to Sengo. He makes a nice cut, but there's too much traffic, and he can't escape.
Okay, and you had the guys on the back end, had that outside linebacker on the back end, played it downhill, did a great job of getting his shoulder square by getting to down the line of scrimmage. We got to be able to go up front. We got to be able to go man-to-man up front and take care of these guys up front.
Sengo moves the ball a yard. 3rd down and 4. Tigers on the 21-yard line. Satimba drops back, now steps up, feeling some pressure, escaping. He's got extra time now and lets it go. A jump ball, and Stanford almost just has to play DB and bat it down.
Hey, and that's exactly what we're talking about. They're going to get the pressure. Bixby's going to get the pressure. They do a great job of getting hands off of them as a defensive lineman. They do a great job of that, scrambling around Jeremiah West. He tries to see Samaj. Samaj did a great job of keeping that ball away from Presley, brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
It looks like Broken Arrow will go for it. Irvine, standing by the staff, is ready to go if his number is called. Would be a 38-yard field goal attempt into the wind, and the Tigers will elect to go for it. Flags go up.
And that's probably going to be on our tackle. Our right tackle.
It is a false start on the Tigers, and I'll be honest with you, I was looking at Caden Moody. I think I might have been on the left edge.
Yeah, so, I mean, regardless of it all, Dylan, I mean, you're in a situation now. You got the ball inside the red zone. You have to be able to punch the football in a ball game like this.
Still going to go for it. 4th down and 9. Satimba looking, stepping up, letting it go. He's got Lang, and a first down for Broken Arrow.
That's the play right there that you need. Your quarterback sitting in the pocket, all kinds of chaos going on around him. He has to be able to step up and deliver the football, and that's exactly what he did. He delivered the ball to Peyton Lang. First down, Tigers.
This is how you exhaust the Spartans. You make them stay on the field, and you pick up big pivotal plays on 3rd down and 4th down. And right now the Tigers, with 2 of them, are in the red zone. Ball at the 15-yard line. Handing it off. Sengo. Able to find a little bit of a crease, but he doesn't get a whole lot. Able to move it to the 10.
Hey, and I'll take that. That's a nice little gain right there for us inside this red zone opportunity that we have. So now you got to continue just to play the game you have. You're on schedule. Go over those plays. Work those plays you've been working all week long.
About 8.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lang to the right, Matthews Boudreau to the left. Again, they'll go to Sengo, and it was a little delayed. It felt like it took a moment before that run got going, and Bixby read it all the way.
And Dylan, they're getting penetration in the backfield. What their defensive line and their outside linebackers are doing in the run game is they're resetting the line of scrimmage. They're getting that knocked back. They're resetting the line of scrimmage. They're playing 2 to 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage in our run game.
Lang goes in motion. Shotgun formation. Satimba rolls right. Looking at Lang, and again it falls incomplete. Same situation as earlier on that right sideline. Was looking at Stanford, and he just threw it too far out in front of the guy.
Yeah, just too far out in front of him. You got a little bootleg action going out there, a little rollout, sprint out, whatever you want to call it. They're trying to flood the zone over there. Bixby does a great job of playing man-to-man defense. Kind of wish he would have held it on a little bit longer. See if he would have caught Zay Matthews Boudreau coming backside on that play.
4th down and 6 with the ball at the 11-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. It's Matthews, Boudreau, and Lang. Stanford slides out to the right side of the formation. Again, Satimba on the rollout. He has to sidestep a defender. Gets it out to Stanford. pass caught and able to make it all the way to the 4.
If that's that might be a first down.
It'll depend on the call. They'll give a first down. So the Tigers 3 times on this drive have moved the chains on 4th down.
And you got it to your guy. You got it to the guy to get you here. Number 4, Samaj with a great play. Catches the ball, gets upfield, has a knack for the first down. He finds it, first down and goal for the Tigers.
And a credit to Satimba as well to create enough time and get that ball out there. Stanford takes the direct snap, trying to fall forward, stretching out. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great job by number 4. Great job by Samaj getting the snap right there, being a little bit patient, allowing the offensive line to get their blocks. He sees the crease. He hits it. End zone. Touchdown, Samaj.
Stanford has carried the ball 19 times coming into today, but he's yet to get into the end zone, booked for a TD, because every single one of them has been called back. That's his first one on the season. Irvine lines it up for the PAT. The Tigers showed like they were going to go for 2. Now they'll go for 1. Pride of Broken Arrow making some noise on the far side. And the senior kicker puts it up and through once again. 21-10 scoreline. The Tigers come out and score on their first possession of the second half, and they do it in a big way. They're going to need to keep this momentum rolling if they're going to stay in it in a heavyweight fight against the Bixby Spartans, live here on AeroVision.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa.
Kick team setting up for the Tigers, and it's Everett Bulis to kick it. He'll scoop it up high into the air, and it's caught by Bixby's Gonzalez, Nathan Gonzalez, that is. And Bixby's offense will take over at the 31-yard line. We thank you for tuning in here live on AeroVision. I'm Dylan Rivera. He's Coach Mo Wallace, and Madison Dildine is on our sidelines. 7:27 to go here in this third quarter. The Tigers get one score closer, 21-10 on the reigning champs.
Well, and Dylan, that drive was a textbook drive of what they've talked about all week long in practice. That was a drive of 13 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Samaj Stanford for the touchdown.
Ball on the left hash. Carson Kirby in shotgun formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and now 1 goes in motion. Looks like he'll actually come off the field. And they'll hand off to Maul. He's able to break out into the open field. Stanford wraps him up right along the sideline. And he gets beyond the 40 to the 41.
And you're there front side, Dylan. Obviously, they ran a guy off the field. They did what they had to do with their little motion stuff. But you had the guys and you had the numbers on the front side, which you got to be able to make the play in the backfield.
Be second down and inches.
Sorry, then bring it second down and 1. Spartans.
Kirby in the backfield. Again, they hand it off. Maul bouncing around. And now met by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Tigers. And he makes it to the 49 before he's brought down. A first down for Bixby.
Again, you got kind of like a quick package coming in now, number 3, number 2, and number 0. So expect them to throw the football on this play right here.
It's located in the hospitality room.
Shotgun, 2 in motion for Bixby. Now another one. Gonzalez sprinting around, orbits around that quarterback. Now they hand it off to Gonzalez. He goes around the right edge. He's got a lead blocker in front of him. And he gets just about to the sticks just beyond him. First down, Bixby.
And that's the speed that they have right now. I've said it. I think that this is probably one of the fastest Bixby teams I've seen in the last 5 years. But they're going to hit you with their big package. They're going to hit you with their speed package. Right now, they're just doing what they have to do, running the football any way they want to.
Kirby back to pass. He's got all kinds of time. He's got Presley deep. Touchdown, Spartans. No! They'll call it a touchdown, but the ball's down on the turf. He caught the ball at first. Stanford, in the process of making the tackle, got his hands on the football, and the official signaled touchdown, and now they'll convene.
It looks like he's waving it off. He's waving it off. He's waving it off.
Incomplete pass. So Stanford with a touchdown-saving play.
And Presley got behind Gaston, and that's one thing that you've seen on film. You've watched the games, Dylan, just as well as I have. That's how Presley scores his touchdowns, is we get our eyes in the backfield, and he always catches somebody, and he beats them by 2 or 3. That's what you call a dude. He's a dude. He's football, and that he did not give up.
That's a bunch tight formation. They move it out wide now. 3 receivers to the left. It's more of a trips formation now. Kirby to Gonzalez, feeling pressure in the backfield. He has to dodge a couple of tacklers. Stanford pushes him out.
And once again, like I said, you have to be able to tackle at the point of impact. You can't allow them to gain ground. You can't allow them to dodge tackles, because now you got less guys in on the play.
He was 5 yards deep, and no Tigers were able to bring him down. He was able to juke and jive, and now Stanford is down. He's holding his leg up, and Daniel Stewart, the head athletic trainer for Broken Arrow, comes out. Looks like they're just going to be stretching him. Hopefully this is just a cramp for Stanford. 21-10 scoreline, 6:34 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers defense trying to keep Bixby from adding to their tally. We'll keep it right here, live on ArrowVision in just a moment.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back live to Catoosa High School. Dylan Rivera with Coach Mo Wallace, Madison Dildine on the sidelines. Semifinal action between Broken Arrow and Bixby. Again, we are not able to bring you any video of the broadcast, so we are not able to show the game ourselves, but we are able to still broadcast the game, so that's why the cameras are on us here in this third quarter. Third down and 3 for Bixby. Stanford was able to hop up and jog back over to the sidelines. I believe it was just a cramp. And we'll see if he's able to make his way back out here momentarily. Meanwhile, Bixby trying to move the chains. It's Gill. He'll keep it himself. And he's met quickly. Still, the Tigers not able to bring him down. Bryson Brown was the first one there. But the Spartans gain about a yard Tigers force fourth.
Hey, I love that. Great job of stringing that out. That's exactly what was talked about all week long. Once again, Dylan, you got to string it out, string it out. You got to be able to make the play. Great job on BB. Now here it is, all-inclusive fourth down right here.
And Bixby's setting up quickly. Shotgun formation, 2 to the left. Tight end Cord Nolan in the backfield as well as Jason Mall. Quarterback will keep it. Nate Jackson's on it. The Tigers stand strong on fourth again.
Just let that excitement come to you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to us right now on AeroVision. As you hear our fans, you hear our side of the stands just going crazy. Our defense just did what we did. The senior Nate Jackson comes through, makes a shoot, grabs Carson Kirby by the shoulder pads, takes him down. Turnover on downs. That's a huge play by our defense. Now it's time for the Tigers to go back with 6 minutes and 2 seconds left. Turn this game back around.
That's Nate Jackson's 8th tackle for loss, and now the Tigers with a chance to make it a one-score ball game. 6:02 on the clock here in the third quarter. A pivotal possession right here. Satimba in the shotgun. Hands it off to Sengo. And around the edge, he's wrapped up, still churning those legs, but unable to pick up any extra yardage. Brought down by Simone Scarborough.
Hey, and continue to chip and chip and chip away. And that's exactly what this run game's got to do right now. You got to be able to get the positive yards, 2-3 yards, but you got to chip away because you got to be able to keep Bixby honest. You got to be able to throw the football as well. Once again, now we got Zane Matthews-Bedreau at the top of the formation up against Presley.
My mistake, that was Nathan Hobbs on the tackle. Stanford is back out in the game. He's going to take a direct snap here and a flag. Looked like a false start on the left edge once again. It was Preston Birch, it looked like to me, that it jumped early.
Got to be able to be patient. You got the right play call called. I mean, you got it right there, but you have to be able just to stay patient, hold your water. I mean, you can't allow a big play that happened. Now you're playing behind the chains. Once again, it's second down, and now you have to be able to go 14, 15 yards for a first down.
Second down and 13. And the ball is placed at the 34-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Titan Hicks is out there just off the right edge of the offensive line. Satimba feeling pressure, steps out to his right. Lets it go, picked off by Presley. He's got a lot of room to run, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown Spartans on a pick 6 from Braden Presley.
So Bixby had the numbers in coverage as we had to go max protect. Bixby had the numbers on that coverage as he rolled out to his right, and all Presley had to do was just play the ball, and he did a great job playing the ball.
There's a little bit of a delay here. And there was a penalty on the defense. The pick 6 is coming back. They called a hold defensively on Bixby. I didn't see the flag down, but the official just made the call.
So it looks like it was post. So it's post possession. So it looks like Bixby still got the interception. But like you said, that's not a it's a spot foul. Looked like it happened around the 39-yard line.
So Bixby will still have possession, as you'd said, but now at the 41.
41.
On the left hash, and Bixby's offense trots back out there. Tiger defense did really well in this last possession, but now has to do it again.
But that's why I say you got to be able to take advantage of opportunities. Defense gave you an opportunity, offense, but now defense has to do it again.
Satimba has tried to force the ball into some tight windows today, and it's now gotten the Tigers in trouble a couple of times. Gonzalez knocked out of bounds. Gain of a half yard, maybe 1 yard.
Great job by our strong safety in our corner by locking up right there. You had Barlow in. He what we call walk. He came out. He apexed out. Did a great job. Get a no gain on that play right there for the Spartans.
Nathan Gonzalez leads the Spartans in catches at 31 on the season. He's had a handful here today. 498 yards and 9 touchdowns to his name before this ball game. Kirby looking to pass across the middle, and it's way too high for his intended target. Incomplete.
Okay,
Third down.
Sorry about that, Dylan. He caught a little cushion right there in the zone. His player continued to go across the zone right there. If he settles in right there, maybe he catches the pass. There it is, big third down right here for the Tigers.
3 to the left for Bixby. Kirby takes the snap, hands it off to Maul. Bounces it out to the right side. Tries to hurdle over Noah Gillespie, but he can't do so. Brought down at the 34, excuse me.
And Dylan, he does a great job of finding them creases, and that's exactly what happened. We kind of strung it out a little bit, but Jason Maul did a great job finding that crease and getting upfield right there.
4th down and 3. Ball at the 34. Offense still out there for Bixby. Kirby keeps it. Trying to find some running room. Tigers everywhere. Brought down. And the spot looks short. It'll be another turnover on downs as he's brought down at the 32, and he needed to get to the 31.
White hat points it our way.
Tiger football.
Second time turnover on downs. Offense has to do something right here. This is what you do in championship ball games. You got to step up. The defense has done it the last 2 rounds. Now it's time for the offense to get it done right now.
Jeremiah Satimba has been composed and efficient all season long. In this game, he's struggled. 2 interceptions on the day already. And against Bixby, you can't make those mistakes. Tigers need to find some points now.
And he can erase that by leading us down for a touchdown.
Lane goes in motion. They hand it off to Roberson. And Roberson ran into his own offensive lineman, and that slowed him down. Short gain. Ball spotted at the 33.
Okay, now we got Samaj into the boundary against Gonzalez. Watch for this matchup on this second down. Perfect time to throw the football.
Will actually be Gillespie Jr.
Now
with
Gillespie
Gonzalez
Jr.,
matched
yep.
up. As Stanford goes into the backfield alongside Roberson. And a flag. Another false start against Broken Arrow.
Okay, the composure level needs to hold steady, needs to get a little bit better right now. I mean, we got to be able to hold our composure. I mean, once again, it's a 21-10 ball game. This is an important drive right here. Defense has done their job in this second half by stopping Bixby on 2 4th downs and turn the ball over on downs. Once again, this is all on the offense right here.
Stanford out wide now. Roberson and Satimba, the only 2 in the backfield. Satimba has to jog out and give a signal to Stanford, let him know what the play is. 2 wide receivers out to the right side. Satimba rolls right. Feeling some pressure now. Gets to the edge of the field. Lets it go. Another interception. But did he get his foot down? They'll spot the ball there for Bixby. 3 INTs for Jeremiah Satimba.
Why throw that? I mean, that's one of the questions. I mean, probably the first question I ask coming out the field. You throw the ball away. You throw it into the stands. But why throw that? Why go to the sideline on a rollout and throw that and ride it to the hands of a Bixby defender that's right there in between the path of you and the receiver? So, but why throw that? That's a huge mistake, along with the other 2 mistakes that's been made. But that is probably the biggest mistake that Jeremiah's made so far today.
You've had 2 huge stands defensively from this very same part of the field and have yet to capitalize by even getting beyond the 50-yard line. 21-10, 3:17 on the clock. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line for Bixby. They hand it off to Jason Maul. There's a flag. They'll bring this one back.
Might be a play clock deal. We see Kirby with the pushing his hand up.
It's a penalty against the offense. Montgomery trying to talk to the officiating crew about it.
Hey, two great coaches in Lauren Montgomery and our guy Travis Hill. I mean, these guys, they well-respected men across the state, across the region, across the nation. Well, they are hot on them officials today.
Lauren Montgomery has a career record at Bixby of 152-41. He's been the head coach since 2010. This is year 16 for him. Hand off to Maul. He gets outside, and he's wrapped up by BB and brought down by Brown and Barlow.
Okay, another great job. I mean, you get the ball to the outside. You're doing a great job of holding the blocks, holding the blocks, holding the blocks. Our safety just has to get downhill on that, force that, and get him a minimal game as we're looking like a second and long.
Shotgun. DeHart goes in motion. And now wrapped up by Malik Ross. Kirby can't go anywhere.
Hey, about a yard gain right there. Great job by our guys. You see him, he tries to fake it to one guy with RPO action, tries to throw it, it's not there. He runs it, little quarterback power game, brings up 3rd and long.
3rd down and 6. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Maul in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Maul. He's got Carson Kirby as a lead blocker. And now wrapping up, making the tackle, Malik Ross, Jack Gardner there first. And it'll be a 4th down. Nate Jackson is down.
Okay, so Nate Jackson is down. Right when Kirby handed that ball off, you had Mole do a little orbit action, going back around him. Kirby came in, had a little block on Nate Jackson right there, Dylan. Looks like that took him down, whether it's his shoulder, whether it's his knee. But Kirby did get his helmet inside of him. Don't know what type of call it, if anything, if Broken Arrow is going to argue that. But he did get a block on Nate Jackson on that play.
Jackson's down, the training staff around him. And the Tigers and Spartans make their way to the sidelines. 1:59 to go here in this 3rd quarter. 4th down and 4 for Bixby when we come back after this commercial break.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
So the energy has to be pumped back into the building. 4th down and 4 as Nate Jackson made his way over to the sideline. They were holding his arm up. Maybe something with the shoulder, the elbow, we'll have to see. But they bring in Dagan McCleskey to play linebacker now. Barlow shifts over. Low snap, mishandled by Kirby. Stumbling in the backfield, flag down. Barlow with the sack.
Let's go 3-3.
The penalty marker should go against Bixby as Kirby was having to try to dance in the backfield, couldn't find anywhere to go, and Barlow comes up and makes yet another big play on 4th down.
And there was an errant snap right there. Looks like they're going to decline the penalty, but there was an errant snap. Kirby had to go down and get it, which takes time off that player right there. We did a great job getting penetration. Barlow coming in, knifing in like he does best, and gets the sack right there behind the line of scrimmage. And once again, that's 3 series in a row. Our defense has stopped Bixby stone cold. It is now up to the offense once again.
It wasn't even just the low snap. It was as soon as he had recovered the low snap, he had lost his footing, had to recollect and stumbled.
Yes.
And as he's doing that, the play's developing, the defensive line is breaking through, and all of a sudden he's lost and he's got nowhere to go. Tiger offense coming out at the 40-yard line, minute 29 to go here in this 3rd quarter. You have to convert. This is crunch time now. There's no more time to waste by throwing interceptions in the middle part of the field. You've got to go convert. You hand it off to Sengo on first down, and you get a good gain.
And right now, I think right now you probably leaned on those guys up front a little bit as they've taken some guys out. Obviously, Penny's out right now. They've made some changes up front. Number 51 is still in there. You got number 9 now playing a defensive tackle spot. So they've done what they've had to do by getting guys in and out. And I think right now we may have that advantage up front.
Stanford in the backfield. He'll take the direct snap. Trying to bounce it to the outside. Wrapped up by the foot. And now brought down by a whole host of Spartans. Nearly broke free. But that momentary slowdown from Tyler Wright grabbing his right foot allowed Bixby to come up and make the hit.
Okay, they got number 54, number 51, and 33. 33 is a little transfer that came in from Jinx. He also plays on the offensive side of the football. You got number 9 as an outside backer down here. Number 8 is the outside backer up top.
Third down and 11. Shatimba back to pass. He's got options. He's rolling out, letting it go. Matthews Boudreau underneath. And he caught the ball, but he is down. Defensive back came up from behind, and I wonder if he caught a knee to the back of the head because he was holding his head. We'll have to see as Matthews Boudreau gets attended to by the training staff. And again, we'll take a injury timeout and come right back here live on AeroVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back live. Tigers quickly shift things around. Sengo looked like he was about to take the direct snap. Now Lang goes in motion. Sengo's still in the backfield. And now they'll get it off to Shatimba to punt it away. And it looked like Bixby may have gotten a piece of it because that ball didn't really go anywhere. It did at least take a couple of good BA bounces and goes out at the 38. And that rounds out quarter number 3. 21-10 the scoreline. Broken Arrow, again, fighting an uphill battle here. They've been able to stand firm defensively, made a lot of good plays there. Fourth down stands, they've been all over it. But the offense has failed to convert.
When's the last time somebody shut Bixby out in the quarter?
That's a great question.
We just did that. And we did that. We did that the way Broken Arrow football is being played. Now it's time for the other side of the football to do what they have to do. I mean, this is, it's, you know, I hate to sit up there and just sing the same song, but this defense has done what they've had to do all year long. It is now on the offense's shoulders to put this team back where they need to be, and we have an opportunity to win this ball game if we just put the ball in the end zone and stop throwing the football to the other team.
Broken Arrow's played Bixby a couple of times in this last decade, but really not much. The only 2 times that Broken Arrow and Bixby have played were 2022 and 2023. Both of those games were absolute blowout, 77-17 in 2022, 51-7 in 2023. That 77 scoreline, that's the most points Broken Arrow ever gave up in a high school football game. And today, the Spartans held at 21. Travis Hill's coaching staff, Travis Hill's philosophy, and these Tigers out on this field today are a totally different unit than what you saw over the last few years. And they are standing strong defensively time after time after time. The offense has to meet them there. Bixby comes back out on offense to start the fourth. It's a quick little pitch forward to Presley. He cuts it back, and he's got running room. Bryson Brown trying to track him down. It's a foot race to the pylon. BB gets two hands on him, but Presley's in. Touchdown, Bixby.
That was a good play call. A lot of action going on in the backfield. Now you had Presley coming down line of scrimmage. They just tossed that ball forward. As another guy's going one way, Presley's coming back the other way. You got to have the numbers. I mean, Barlow's there to try to seal it on the outside. I'm not going to say it was a hold or not. I mean, we obviously have to see that on TV, but we just didn't have the numbers on the backside of that play in order to stop that. And that's what you have to have. You have to have numbers on both sides of the football, front side and back side, to beat Bixby.
Teo to kick it up for the extra point. And he's got it. 28-10, and Coach, as you were talking about on that play, running back goes behind the quarterback, takes off this way, the quarterback's looking this way, and it's just a quick shuffle pass forward where Presley's maybe a yard out there. All he's got to do is get two hands on it and run around that off tackle, get out to the outside. And as he does so, there's only one guy out there that he's got to beat. And he cuts it back in, and then it's a foot race.
It's a numbers game when it comes to Bixby. You take care of everything on the front side. It's the back side that you have to be able to have numbers on as well. And obviously they had that kick-out block on Barlow, and all he had to do was just create that alley and get up the alley. And we had nobody there but BB to try to stop him at the 5-yard line. Obviously he gets in, but we played so well in the third quarter defensively, and you have to take advantage of opportunities. And I think that's when you move forward in a program, your program has to understand when opportunity knocks, you have to open the door, and you got to grab it by the arms, and you got to hug, you got to do whatever you got to do. But you have to take advantage of the opportunities when they're given to you.
28-10 now after the first play in the fourth quarter is a touchdown for Bixby. And now the Spartans set to kick it away, and the Broken Arrow offense has got to find something. Tayshawn Jones-Wade with the fair catch will spot Broken Arrow's offense at the 31. Tigers offense getting set to trot back out there. Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, was listening in as the offensive line got ready to make their way out on the field.
This is a game of high emotions, and you expect that at this point in the season. But Coach Levy Adcock was reminding his guys that this game can be so simple. We just have to continue to do our jobs. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. Obviously want to try to simplify things offensively because things have gotten really ugly for this Tiger offense. Satimba back to pass. Has time. Got a lead block from Roberson. He's shoved out late. No penalty. As Satimba is knocked out hard at the 30-yard line. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
And going back to what Madison was talking about with Coach Levy, I mean, this is a game of high emotions, and this is a game that you have to be able to play in. You expect to play in year in and year out, but it's also a simple game. It is very simple. The fundamentals wins ball games. It doesn't matter if it's a semifinal or state championship game. Fundamentals win.
They hand it off, Roberson, and he is wrapped up by multiple Spartans. One of the main ones was Dawson Madden, who has been a stud on the defensive line for Bixby this year. Haven't really called his name here today, but he gets in on that tackle.
And the thing about it, Dylan, is they've done a great job with their 3-down linemen of rotating those guys in and out, and they continue to make an impact on this run game for Broken Arrow.
3rd down and 8. Ball at the 33, and a false start for Broken Arrow.
I mean, pick which one it was. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, once again, it's been the Achilles heel all season long. From game 1 to now game 12, it's been the Achilles heel is holding your water, the false starts, the illegal motions, the illegal formations. You have to be able to minimize that, to eliminate that in order to be a championship program.
11:04 on the clock. Now a 3rd down and 13 for the Tiger offense. 2 receivers out wide. Satimba drops back. Looking at Lang. Lets it go. Long pass across the field. It falls incomplete.
He's double covered by number 14 and number 7. They were over the top. 7's over the top. 14's underneath. It's got to be a pinpoint precision pass. Obviously, Bixby, one thing about Bixby, their DBs are long. They're tall and long DBs. So that window right there was probably a little bit too much shut for him in order to get that football into him.
So they'll bring up a punting situation for Jeremiah Satimba and have to get this one up into the air. Tigers haven't even been able to hold on the punt formation. And this one at least has some distance to it. And it rolls out for Devin Thompson to spot it at the 23. Just got an update from our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine, that Nate Jackson is in a sling and doesn't look like he will continue here in this ball game. Matthews Boudreau is at least out of the tent, and we will await to see his status for the rest of this game.
So it looks like no helmet for Zay Matthews Boudreau. I mean, when you get to this time of the season, you get to this part of a game or a championship's on the line, it's all about who's, Coach Hill talks about all the time, healthy. Attrition starts to set in, and right now Bixby's won that attrition game so far.
Both of these teams earned first-round byes. Both of these teams played last week. Bixby was able to get past Union in a 51-7 scoreline. Flag down on the first down run. Barlow made the tackle. We'll see what the call is. Prepared to back Bixby up.
And right now you're going to get a heavy dose of running the football, whether it's power counter, off tackle, you're going to get a heavy dose of it. Bixby's all about, trying to control the clock right now. Obviously, time of possession is not something that they, hang their hat on. But when it comes to this part of the football game, yes, they want to win the time of possession in the fourth quarter.
Gonzalez goes in motion. They pitch it up to him. Very similar play that we just saw score a touchdown. And now Gonzalez, same thing. A big gain for Bixby.
And they got BA out leveraged on the outside. He comes across with a jet motion. He has full speed. He hits that corner going to his left side right there. Dylan coming into the Bixby side of the sidelines. Gets upfield. And it's our defensive backs that have to make the tackle.
Shotgun, Carson Kirby calls Presley in motion. First down and 10 from the 48. Kirby flips his hips, throws it over the top, and Bryson Brown, not even watching the football, had a chance to make an interception, and it falls harmlessly to the turf for Bixby.
That's an opportunity missed once again. You got to understand, obviously you have that guy coming, Presley's coming across. Bryson's got to be able to see the football. That ball was literally laying in his lap.
It was a slow floated pass, and BB didn't see it at all. He was locked in on Presley to make the tackle or try to force an incompletion and missed the opportunity at an INT. Jason Mall stiff arms the Tiger defense, and he's out into the secondary trying to make Gaston Farrell miss as he steps out of play.
And it looks like we had a guy right there bear hugging him, and he was able to get away from that. But that was what was talked about all week long, Dylan. You got to be able to shoot your hands. You got to be able to wrap up. You got to be able to tackle these guys, because if you don't tackle them, you get another explosive play.
First down and 10 from the 33. This is Gill keeping it. And Jack Gill able to move the chains for Bixby.
And this is where they start to lean on you, Dylan, run a quarterback power game, get you on the outside, continue to get you on the outside, and they go right back at you inside the tackles with a quarterback power game right there.
Again, it's Gill, left side, cutting it back inside, and brought down by Gillespie and Stanford. but not before he gets just a couple of yards out from the end zone. Ball at the 3-yard line. The Spartans quickly up to the line. They're going to try to ice this ball game with one more TD. Gill takes the direct snap, goes off to the left. He's got all kinds of room, stretches out, and he's got it.
And that's one of their plays that they run, Dylan, is when that quarterback is in that power run game right there, they pull a guy, they have 2 escorts in front of them. That's exactly what happened on those last 3 plays, Dylan. They did the same exact thing, and they went down and they just put the football right down Broken Arrow's throat for a 34-10 ball game so far.
They've got the kicker out there for the PAT. And look to make it a 35-10 ball game. And it's good for Teo. Bixby now leading by 25 points, 9:58 to go here in the 4th quarter. Keep it right here live on AeroVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Welcome back live here on AeroVision. Dylan Rivera with Coach Mo in the booth cam at Catoosa High School. Yeah. Make sure we get that in there, the booth cam. Got the Hard Rock Casino in the distance, the hills of Catoosa, the port of Catoosa not too far away from here. Semifinal action. Bixby's pooch kick away is received by Stanford. And the Tiger offense will come out and set up shop at the 34. Stan starting to empty out on both sidelines as we get close to the conclusion of this ball game. 35-10 the scoreline with 9:49 on the clock. Broken Arrow obviously still has something to fight for, if nothing else, making the score look more respectable, because up until just moments ago, it was a 28-10, 21-10 ball game.
Sorry about that, Dylan.
You're all good. That's what you get to see on the boot camp. That's hidden away most Fridays. Titan Hicks takes the direct snap, and he's able to make it to the 36.
Well, and once again, I mean, Bixby's not going to make the mistakes. And if they do make mistakes, it's self-fulfilling mistakes, or you got to force them to make a mistake. We did a great job in the 3rd quarter defensively by stopping them. Offensively, couldn't get anything going.
Satimba in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Now across the middle, connects with Joseph Williams, the freshman making his 2nd catch of his career in the state semifinal game.
And that's something that you're going to see a lot of in the future with number 3, Joseph Williams, making a great job getting in the middle of the coverage right there, settling in, catching the ball with 2 hands like you're supposed to, looking it in for the first down.
Good job by the freshman coaching staff to teach him to catch it with 2 hands. Irvine goes in motion, 3 receivers out there. They hand it off to Sengo. Sengo slides through, dodges a tackler in the secondary, and a big run for Sengo, the first one that's really been broken off by this Tiger offense.
And he kept his feet moving, kept his knees up. I mean, obviously, they still got their starting nose tackle in right now, so we did a great job of getting him isolated right there on that play. Good job by Sengo breaking that free.
We've talked about his vision over the last couple of weeks, and that was evident there on that run. As soon as he got past the defensive line, he had to dodge a linebacker, and he did so very well. Yeah. This time, not as much luck, brought down for a gain of 1.
And their outside linebackers, once they read run, the way they could just get upfield and they're able to get down the line of scrimmage with the way they are, I mean, it's textbook. I mean, the way that they teach the technical part of the game in Bixby, it's textbook, and they've done a great job of holding our run game, boxing it in all night.
We'll backtrack that. It was not a gain of 1 yard. It was maybe a gain of 1 foot. Satimba back to pass, looking left quickly. It's a low-hanging ball, but Stanford's able to grip it and keep moving those legs. And they're able to get to the 34. No, excuse me, the 26.
And you want to, once again, I mean, it's been a record that's been said all game long. I mean, it's the lyrics have been said all game long, Dylan. We got to score right here. I mean, 7 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. You got to be able to punch the football in.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Titan Hicks in the backfield. Hicks takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Going to let it go across the middle. Lang is there. Caught. Peyton Lang getting both paws on it, and he goes down at the 3-yard line.
Hey, Titan Hicks, what a play right there. Evades pressure a little bit. Kind of off his back foot, just lets it go. Great job by Peyton Lang, watching the ball come in, shielding the defender off. Goes up with 2 hands, yanks it out of the middle of the air, high points it. First down for the Tigers inside the 5-yard line.
We've talked before that Titan Hicks is a former quarterback, and he got to show it off here. Now the I formation. Couple of guys go in motion, and now Titan Hicks penalized for either an illegal shift or a false start.
I mean, name it. I mean, we'll have to see here. False start.
Actually book it on Preston Birch, number 96.
And Corey Sangle's fired up. He's fired up right there coming out of the ball game.
Well, and we've talked about it all season long, and Coach Hill has even brought it up, is a lot of times when Broken Arrow finds themselves in these situations, it's the Tigers beating the Tigers
exactly.
more than anything else.
And it's always Tigers versus Tigers in Coach Hill's program. It's us versus us, and we got to be able to take care of ourselves.
Hicks is in the shotgun again. Lang goes in motion. Williams out there out wide. Hicks able to bump off a couple of Spartans and get a few yards. A little bit of pushing after the play, but no whistles or flags.
Yeah, second down. Still got a playbook out there. Still got a great playbook going. So we'll see what Jay has dialed up right here.
Ball on the 7-yard line. I formation and a flag.
So they broke the huddle with 12 guys. Legal substitution. Can't get set and then try to bring a guy out.
Feels like things are crumbling here late for Broken Arrow. Great pickup on the pass play from Hicks to Lang, but you get 3 yards out, and now you're at the 12. Satimba under center, tosses it to Stanford. He's in trouble, and he's able to go back to the left side. Satimba laying a block for him. Stanford pushing hard and trying to get there.
Got him at the foot-yard line.
They'll call it just short, but a nice job by Stanford, and he ran hard behind his pads there to get just close enough that the Tigers are right on the doorstep.
And I'll give it up to Jeremiah for putting the block on Presley right there to kind of spring Samaj open as that right there. As we got Joseph Williams coming in, he'll be the receiver at the top of the formation. Getting big, 3rd down right here, Dylan.
Very heavy package. Stanford is going to take the direct snap, but not before another flag, and the Tigers penalized again.
Hey, Samaj is a guy. I mean, the way he fights, he just has a no-give-up attitude no matter what the score is.
For as much as we've complimented the offensive line for the job they've done all season, this has been an Achilles heel for them. The penalties all year long have really cost the Tigers. And in this situation, down 35-10, if you have any hope of trying to bring this one back, you have got to hold your water, as you like to say, Coach, and they did not do so there. Shotgun, 3 receivers out there. Satimba Drops back to pass. Quickly out to the left side. Stanford got his hands on it. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Presley came in and tipped the ball. Stanford still able to make the catch.
Keeping his eye on the football. Obviously, like you said, Presley gets his hand in there. Ball bobbles up in the air. Stanford just stays with it as he's going to the edge of the end zone right there. Stays with it. Brings the ball in. Touchdown, number 4, touchdown Tigers.
I want you talk about a phone booth.
Yes.
Right? That's what you've been saying all game.
Yeah.
The end zone, it ended right here.
Yes.
And he's got a hand here, and he's still able to somehow paw the ball before it goes out of play. The reaction time on that is in an instant.
The kid, we talk about his IQ. We talk about his moxie. I mean, he's what a football player is all in one, and that's exactly what Samaj is. And we're blessed to have him as a Broken Arrow Tiger. But I'm going to tell you right now, he don't have any give up in him. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, 35-17. I promise you he's on that sideline telling everybody, you better keep playing, you better keep playing.
He's exactly the type of leader you want for this Tiger team, especially one that is transitioning from one head coach to another. And in this first season of Travis Hill, he has been phenomenal for both offense and defense for Broken Arrow. And again, coming up big there in the end zone, 35-17 scoreline with 5.5 to go. The Tigers set to kick it away. As the teams get ready to come out, the Tigers discussing with special teams coordinator Paul Hicks. Madison Dildine has a quick injury update for us.
I talked with Zane Matthews, Boudreaux's brother Cade, and he did confirm that Zane has a concussion and will not return to the game.
Thank you, Madison. And obviously, like I had said on that play, it looked like he had caught a knee to the back of the head as he was going down to catch that ball. The safety had come in quickly trying to close down on it, and just a bump play. You know, it just happens.
And sometimes, I mean, the knee to the back of the head. Technology with these helmets are incredible these days. I mean, I'll tell you right now, Dylan, a helmet, the one that Zane actually wears compared to one that he would probably wore 3-4 years ago is incredible, the technology that they have. But that knee to the head, whether it's the back of the head or the side of the head, it still happens, and that's automatic, pressure to the head. And we'll keep him in our prayers for the weekend and go through the rest of the offseason.
Tigers hoping that they're not planning off-season work just yet as they go for the onside kick. It took a deflection off of Devin Thompson's ankle, and so Bixby's able to recover on the spot. And the Spartans will take over from the Tigers' 48-yard line.
It's kind of a weird onside kick.
Buell had tried to spin that one out, and it took such a sharp left that it really didn't ever – I don't know that it was ever going to reach 10 yards, to be honest with you.
It's like coming off the highway in the state of Texas. You got to go left.
18-point deficit. You're going to make me cough, Coach. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Bixby offense comes back out. Carson Kirby hands it off to Jason Mull, and you can imagine they're going to try to stick to the ground game here. They may not have to do it for very long as Jason Mull is able to get a first down on the first carry.
And that's exactly what they're going to try to do. I mean, once again, Dylan, they're going to try to get their speed out there. He's going to stay in bounds. Obviously, they have the IQ in that program to stay in bounds. They know the situation. Now you just, run as much time off the clock, continue to get positive yardage. Our defense has to continue to do a good job of, stopping Bixby, and that's our job to hold him out of the end zone.
Tiger defense nearly jumped as Bixby was trying to get the hard count and a free 5 yards, but they do not do so. Another quick pitch pop-up pass to Gonzalez. They've done it 3 times in this second half. This time it's slowed down, but still a gain of 9 yards.
And it's all about the point of impact. It's all about what you can do at the line of scrimmage on that play. And Bixby does a great job of just getting our guys off the line of scrimmage, get their shoulders turned as they're coming down this side of the field, and they want to get the football vertical, and they did a great job on that play.
Shotgun formation. Tight bunch on the right side. Looks like a heavy set on the offensive line. Tight end out there as well. They'll hand it off to Maul. Dennis was in the backfield in the blink of an eye, but still Jason Maul able to escape.
And that's what we've been missing right there all game long. You know, the getting into the backfield, the shooting your hands and getting the launch point and pushing them back. And that's what's been missing in this ball game all night long, because if you play in the backfield like a defensive lineman in any successful defense, you want your D-line to reset the line of scrimmage and play ball in the offense's backfield.
Edison Dennis, we call him Eddie Dennis, is certainly a player to watch as the Tiger program evolves over the next couple of years. Sophomore defensive lineman. Kirby outside. Gardner was there and nearly picked it off.
Hey, and Gardner has been working on that play all week long. He made 2 picks during practice off of that play. Smart safety, smart play right there. Just got to get our hands on it, trying to force that turnover, but that brings up 2nd down.
Gardner plays at that nickelback position that usually you'd seen Messiah Owens play, but with the injury, Jack Gardner's had to step in, and that ball was thrown almost right to him. Jack Gill on the keeper, able to get a nice gain on 2nd down, and he goes down at the 10.
And the thing about Dylan, that play right there is kind of reminiscent of how they won the championship last year against OSSAA. They get in that big set, big heavy set right there, move their guys into the position over the guard or the tackle, and they're just going to maul you in between the guard and the tackle and try to get positive yards out of it.
Kirby takes the snap, hands it off to Jason Maul, and he is tackled just short of that 5-yard line. But it will be a 1st down and goal now for Bixby.
Okay, a little pride on the line right here. You want to hold them out, kind of have a little goal line stand. Bigs are going to do everything they can to try to milk the clock as much as possible. But they got their bigs in. They're going to go heavy set right here. Looks like Cord Nolan in. Number 42 is also in right now. Number 33 is in. Mole is right here on the near side, split out at the bottom of the numbers.
Now he moves in motion. Another pop-up pass, just that quick shuffle pass, and Maul using that speed to get around the corner and score once more.
And that's exactly what they did. They got all the numbers on into the boundary. They just use his speed, get across the field, cut it up. He's in the end zone. 6 points for the Spartans.
It was 21-10 to start the 4th quarter. And the very first play became 28-10, and since then, Spartans have been able to dominate this ball game in the closing quarter of play. And one thing that we had talked about early on in this season, or really maybe about midway through, was that Broken Arrow was proficient at closing games.
Yes.
Today, unable to do so.
Unable to do so, and it all goes back to me. I mean, you got to take care of the business in the 3rd quarter. I mean, if you put in a situation, you put your team in a situation to be successful, the other side of the football has to complement that. But coming in that first play in the 3rd quarter, I think that was just a dagger that just put Broken Arrow in a situation where they just couldn't recover from it. Momentum goes to Bixby. Bixby also gets another big play there, and now they put up 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter and put us in a situation where it's 42-17.
Closest margin of victory for Bixby this season was against Mustang. It was a 38-22 finish. That was the day that most of the games around the state had received a 2-hour delay, at least the ones on the west side of the state.
Yeah.
And so that game got a little bit of a slow start to it. Bixby was really in a blow-for-blow battle with Mustang because the Broncos kept it close until late, and then Bixby pulled away. Their next closest game after that was Owasso. It was 49-21. Every other game has been won by 31+. And today the differential is 25.
And you got and then you have a program like Bixby. Like I said, they probably lead the state in explosive plays. You got to minimize the explosive plays. You got to keep their offense on the field, and you got to just continue to pound them up front to wear them down.
Pop-up kick is muffed by the Tigers, and Bixby falls on top of it. 2.5 to go, and the Spartans can likely just run the ball and ice it from here.
And it's one of those things, once again, I mean, you got to make the plays. Dylan, you can't give them the gift wrap plays that we've done in this ball game, 3 interceptions. Now you got a muffed kickoff right there. You know, those are things that you just can't gift wrap to a program like Bixby. You have to go in, and it's got to be a heavyweight fight. It's got to be for 15 rounds, and whoever comes out victorious, but you just can't give them what we've given them so far in this game so far today.
Certainly can't gift them. That's the number one thing. And I know it's, getting close to Christmas time. You want to be in the giving spirit. But right now, this is the team that you cannot give to. Anything that you give them, they will take advantage of.
Yes.
Even if it's the smallest thing. Like we had talked about in the very beginning of this ball game when Satimba had thrown an interception downfield. Bixby got the ball at like the 37, 38-yard line. But that was on a 3rd down. Mm-hmm. If you end up punting and you got the wind to your back, you might be able to put them down at the 10.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to give them the ball back on the very next play, there's a difference of 20 yards there. And that's a huge difference for Bixby.
I can live with giving them ball in the back of their and with their backs to their own end zone than live with them giving them the football and with the backs to our end zone.
Bixby crowd is booing because they're going to re-kick this. I didn't see what happened. I didn't even see a discussion ongoing.
Is it because I know I
didn't see a flag or anything. So Bixby's going to re-kick. And the return team back out there for Broken Arrow, and we'll do it all over again.
Did they call catch interference?
I wonder if that's what it was, because there were a lot of bodies right in front of, I believe it was Jack Gardner over there, and it came right down on him, and he was unable to make the catch.
And he did give his fair catch signal, so maybe they called it because there's a halo, and once it's a catch, once they give that signal, you got to be able to give him an opportunity to catch the football.
Well, this time Teo will just nullify any opportunity. That ball somehow bounced back in. It looked to me like that had gone into the end zone. But the official that was standing there said that it had taken its bounce at like the 1. Had backspin on it. Bixby jumps on top of it. And now the Spartans recover anyway, but this time with better field position.
Better field position, and if that ball hit before it went to the goal line, then yes, that is Bixby's football. Obviously, the official had a good vantage point for where he's at. Obviously, due to Wright's situation, we're not able to have that replay, but that's just the ball bounces towards championship teams all the time. It just bounces their way, Dylan. I mean, and until we can get that back in Broken Arrow, we're going to be faced with situations like this.
Scoreline's probably going to look a little.
Well, he's got a little fire to him. I can tell you that right now. Carson's got a little fire to him after watching him for a long.
48-17 scoreline, PAT. 48-17 scoreline, PAT from Teo is up. And good. 49-17. We'll take a commercial break. Come right back here for the final minutes of play live on AeroVision.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go, yay!
2:22 to go, 49-17 score. Bixby in front. Semifinal action live here on AeroVision. Dylan Rivera with Coach Mo. Madison Dildine on the sidelines. And things are not just looking bleak outside, they're looking bleak in this ball game because Tigers season likely coming to an end at this point, unless this was the most miracle of all miracles, as Sengo looks like takes the return for a couple of yards and able to get to the 46-yard line, but this one is written. It's Bixby going to the state championship game. It'll be at UCO next Saturday. It's going to be against OSSAA or Jinx, and Bixby has a chance to claim yet another title at the 6A-1 level. I think they will do so. This team has proven all year long that they are the top dog in 6A-1. What you like about what Broken Arrow did here today is that this is year one of the Travis Hill era.
Yeah.
And they were in a fist fight for 3 quarters against the best team in the state.
And arguably one of the best teams in the nation.
Yeah.
There's a couple publications that have them at number 1. But Dylan, you know, even when we were down on the field, I just felt there was a sense that if things just go the way they need to go, playing the ball game flawless, because this is something that we talk about in our part of the program. So when you play teams like Bixby, I don't care what level it is, you have to play flawless football. They're geared, and they're the way that they're geared is they're going to make you make the mistake. They're not going to make the mistake. It's just the way they're bred, you know. And we can't make mistakes in big-time situations and big-time stage games like this if we want to be successful and hoist up the gold ball for the first time since 18.
So there's a discussion ongoing about the clock.
Well, things got to be official. So
now things are underway, and again, we will stop.
But this is also a ball club out here in Broken Arrow that we understand what the standard is. I think now that that's happened, Hill came in a year ago at this time. Hill came in, you know, he promised the boys that it's about that this program is about them. They're going to have to go in there. They're going to have to put the work in the spring and the summer. They're going to have to put the work in not only in the classroom but outside the classroom, on the football field, in the community to do things right. And that's one thing that he's instilled into this program. Now it's you got here, you have to consistently get here, and you got to get over the top, you know. And, you know, whether we're here this time next year, might be against Bixby, might be against Jinx, might be against Union, might be against OSSAA, could be Edmond Memorial, could be somebody. But we have to get back to this spot, learn from what we've learned from today, and explode through that brick wall and get ourselves back, get ourselves to UCO.
Ball at the 31-yard line for the Tiger offense. Nick Irvine goes in motion at the tight end position. They'll hand it off to Corey Sengo, and he gets 1.
Run up the middle by number 7, Corey Sengo for the Tigers.
And Dylan, I think our program is where we envision it to be whenever you and I first started breaking things down in the summertime. Excuse me. I mean, we talked about, you know, getting a first round bye. Mm-hmm. We talked about winning that home playoff game as Sengo gets another carry for a minimal gain. But now it's hey, you got to get over that hump, and that hump is a semifinal. I mean, you ran into a buzzsaw. You ran into one of the best teams in the state. You ran into the Bixby Spartans. Now you have to go out and win district. I think that's the next step. Win district, you know, and put yourself in a position to be one of the top 4 teams in the state again into that semifinal day.
Well, we should be looking at different districts next year.
Yes.
This is a redistricting year, so we'll see who the Tigers have in their opponent pool. Satimba sacked and not even really tackled. He just was knocked down by the Bixby defensive line, and it was number 10. I believe that's Vincent Incremona that got the sack. And it will now be a punt away for the Tigers, 4th down and 30. I guess that's what the discussion was where the ball needed to be spotted after a penalty. White Hat, I guess, has not been using his microphone over the last few minutes to tell us what the calls are.
It's your job. Do your job.
It could be technical difficulties. We'll see. You know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt maybe. Punt blocked, and Bixby picks it up around the 35. Broken Arrow is trying to wrestle that ball free or at least bring him down. And a good effort from Devin Thompson, the senior, on what is likely his final play of his career at the high school level. Looking forward to what this team looks like over the next few years, and I want to talk about that here in a moment. But I always think it's right to at least give a shout-out to the senior class on nights like this, days like this. The final ball game for the 2026 class, and it's been a year of change for Broken Arrow's 26 class. We've talked about it. They've been at the forefront of it. And having to welcome a new head coach in, having to welcome in a new philosophy, having to change styles of play, all of those sorts of things, weathering those storms and getting all the way to the semifinal to take on the team that has won just about every state title they can win. And now closing out their careers here at Catoosa with a 49-17 scoreline over this underneath the Spartans. Really, Bixby's able to get the win.
Well, and it's a class, like you said, it's a class that's known nothing but change, and that's why I say in the future this class is going to be, they're going to be used to change, whether it's, you know, they own their own business or whether they work for a corporation and their corporation goes through a change. That's one thing that I think that this 26th class is going to learn from, is they're able to deal with change and they're able to move forward and hit it hard and be successful. And now they went off success. They won more games than they did the last 2 years, you know, as a varsity football player. And they did it, and they've helped lay the foundation to what this program could potentially be in the coming years under Travis Hill and his staff.
The two teams shake hands at midfield, and the two bands play the fight songs for their respective schools. Season comes to a close for Broken Arrow. Overall, a 9-3 record, and 9 wins, no matter which way you slice it, is a huge improvement from where this program has been. And what I think the average high school football fan needs to be aware of is that this is no longer a Broken Arrow program you're going to overlook.
No.
This is no longer a team that when they're on your schedule, you go, okay, let's plan for next week. This is a team that you have to be prepared for because they're going to take it to you every single week.
They're going to take it to you, and they're going to do it defensively too. I mean, I think they're going to come and hit you in the mouth. I mean, I think now that you have those guys that that have had the experience on Friday nights, those guys get older now. They'll get bigger. They'll get faster. They'll get stronger in the weight room. But what is going to happen now is they'll get smarter. And that's one thing that we have talked about in this program since Travis took over is football IQ. We got a couple of them on the defensive side, Samaj, Gillespie, football IQ. I mean, and I think the football IQ will go up even more, and they'll be even better for our youth group, for our 8th and 9th grade program, for our varsity program. Now that it will start to expand up, and now you're going to start seeing a ball club and a program that's going to be ready for situations that looks at an opportunity like this in the face and says, I'm coming after it. I mean, they're not going to be afraid to be back here this time next year.
The Tigers leave the midfield logo, and a difficult moment for a lot of these players is one thing to think about with the game of football is that with most sports, you can join an intramural league. You can join an adult league. You can go play pickup, whatever it may be. The game of football, it likely ends here today for a lot of players. But before we get into all of that, Madison Dildine is with head coach Travis Hill down on the field.
Coach, obviously not the outcome you wanted today, but what made the difference?
Well, a lot of turnovers, okay, and a lot of jumping off sides. You don't play behind the chains against an average team, much less an above average team. So just a lot of mental mistakes. Of course, it can lead up to what you see in the final. But, it's frustrating sometimes whenever you have the moment and you kind of don't seize it. But at times, like I said, our kids play extremely well, and we did. You saw the results of that, too.
Overall, what are your thoughts on your first season as head coach at BA?
Well, good, positive stuff. I mean, we got to where we felt like we should be. Now, like I said, we feel like we should be here again next year, but you got to go play well when you're in the semifinals. It becomes a different ball game in a different arena. So, those are things that we'll challenge them with, and look forward to that offseason as far as trying to get that done.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Hill. And like he said, this is where they expected to be. This is what we had talked about from the very beginning is winning 7-8 games in the regular season, getting to this stage. That's a successful season. Now, obviously, you always hope to win the gold ball. You want to come home with the trophy and the hardware. But even so, this is a successful season for Broken Arrow. This is what a successful first year for Travis Hill looks like, and a successful step forward for Broken Arrow.
When you lay your head down tonight, you wake up in the morning, sun shining, you'll look at all of it in the rearview mirror, and you'll be like, it was successful. Coach is right. I mean, you expected to be here, but this program should expect to be playing in the semifinals. I mean, our athletic director, our executive athletic director, Dustin Smith, will tell you, you should expect to win championships or be playing for championships in the Broken Arrow community. We're done with all this. Hey, let's rebuild. Let's do this. No, those guys got to go in the next couple of weeks in off season and know that they need to be playing on this day again, this time next year. And once again, big shout out to the class of 26. I thought they did a great job this year. Gabe Manning, John Broll II, those guys leading the way. Jeremiah Satimba helped leading the way right there. So the class of 26 helped something out, but I think now you look at the class of 27, class of 28, class of 29. Y'all are now the three classes that has to get it done for Broken Arrow.
Great job, guys. We thank you guys for tuning into this broadcast. Now, we normally name a difference maker of the game, and I feel like even so with the loss and with it being the semifinal, and we can't even get our sponsors across, but we'll still name one anyway. A difference maker of the game for this ball game. Was there anybody that stuck out to you, Coach?
I'm sure you probably had number 4. Samaj. I think with his play, his level of play, the way he, has to elevate everybody else's level of play, he, to me, is a guy that this program should build around. He, to me, is a guy that every kid should look at and be like, I want to be like him. Whether you're a lineman, whether you're a quarterback, running back, I don't care. You got to have that mentality as far as football IQ. You got to have that moxie, got to have that swag. Everything we talk about when it comes to a student athlete that wears all black and gold, I think you want to look at Samaj and understand that that's the type of football player that we put out on the field every week. And to me, he's the difference maker of the game. Obviously, he did what he did on offense. He did what he did defensively. He caught that beautiful touchdown pass right there. But it's just the way he can change a game himself, and I think he did that today.
I think that's certainly a correct pick, but I also had a 1A and a 1B with that. And I think Colton Barlow played a really, really solid game, and he came up really big in the biggest of moments. When it was 3rd down, 4th down, and you needed to stop, Colton Barlow seemed to be there for the tackle. And he's been a guy that has earned his keep. He's been able to fight for his time out on the field, and he's gotten a lot of it this year, and he has played very, very well all season long. And the team's leading tackler by the final whistle of this season, and it doesn't come without a lot of hard work and a lot of belief in himself. That's one thing that I think has taken him a long way, is having that confidence to be able to compete at this level.
From 3rd on the depth chart to the dude on a semifinal game, I mean, to leading the team in tackles, to probably one of the top leaders in tackles in the state of Oklahoma and all of high school football. He's a guy that did make a difference, a huge difference tonight. I mean, in the defensive scheme of it all, you had to try to keep Nate in the box today, and Barlow had to be that guy that was able to play in space, and he's proven he can do that, and I'm big time can't wait to see what he's going to do next year.
I want to give credit to Bixby for coming out and playing a good ball game. Obviously, putting up 49 points. They've been the team to beat all season long. 64 points per game, 12 points allowed per game. The only team that's given up less points per game than Broken Arrow's defense. But another thing that's really interesting to watch as you get into the championship scenarios is another championship for Lauren Montgomery would be his 11th. Officially giving him the 2nd most as an Oklahoma high school head coach, and he'd trail only Alan Trimble at that point, who has 15 to his name.
Where's his mentor?
Actually 13, for Alan Trimble. But certainly something to watch, and certainly something that you wish the best for Bixby and for Owasso and Jinx as they play those final whistles, those final snaps, whatever it may be, as Broken Arrow plans for next season. Obviously, just in good sportsmanship, you hope all those teams are able to stay healthy and compete at a high level.
Yeah, exactly. And a big shout out to, there's a guy on the coaching staff that's an 05 grad, Shad Scarborough. He's a defensive back coach for Bixby, so I'd like to give him a shout out. BA grad is right down there. But Bixby, until you beat them, is the standard of Oklahoma high school football. And there's going to be a game played here at 7 o'clock tonight. Winner comes out of that game. It'll obviously be a rematch because Bixby played those two teams earlier in the season. So whoever comes out of that game, you have to be able to dethrone the champion. You got to be able to take them off that chair and just snatch them off. I mean, and I think that's the mentality that we have to have going into the offseason. I mean, Travis Hill he's an old school guy, and I think he's going to have that mentality that you just can't go in there and just try to politely take it away from somebody. You got to go in and you got to snatch somebody off that throne, and I think that's the mentality we have to have going into the offseason.
The line that we used in the scene setter for the broadcast and that we put out on social media was, to beat the champ, you got to knock him out, and that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's going to be a tall task for no matter which team ends up winning tonight, because they'll have to go up against this Bixby Spartan team that is now 12-0 on the season. Now, as we look forward to the future for this Broken Arrow football club, there's a lot of things that stick out to you. As you mentioned, Samaj Stanford will be back. He's a junior player. Noah Gillespie is a junior. Bryson Brown is a junior. So you get most of your secondary back. That's exciting. The linebacking core, you've got Colton Barlow and Malik Ross that will come back. Nate Jackson is a senior, so you do lose him, and that's a big presence to lose.
Yeah.
The defensive line, you lose both of your defensive ends, John Broll II and Gabe Manning, but you've got some young faces that have shown a lot of promise in Eddie Dennis, Reed Watkins, Jackson Ayers is a junior. You've got Isaiah Anderson coming up as well. Josie Sanders, a senior, will graduate as well. So the defensive line will be fun to watch next season. Offensively, wide receiver room is really young. You've got juniors at the number 4 with Samaj Stanford, number 5 with Peyton Lang. Zane Matthews-Boudreau is a junior. Joseph Williams, who's been out there a lot today, was a freshman. Antonio Gillespie Jr. is a sophomore. Samaj Jones will be back. So you lose Tayshawn Jones-Wade in that room, and that's a big presence that you lose out of the locker room, and a guy that has really been a face of this program over the last couple of years. So certainly a hit there. The offensive line is where I think certainly will be interesting to watch, because you lose the 3 seniors in Caden Moody, number 55, number 71, J.J. Brashears, and number 65, Tristan Silva. You do return Case and Isham at the center position. You do return Devin Smith, the left guard. Sam Daring will be back and healthy. That's true. So certainly a lot of potential there for that to be a good unit still going forward, but obviously losing 3 seniors, that's a big loss. Tight end Titan Hicks graduates. Jeremiah Satimba, the quarterback, graduates. The running back room, all sophomores and juniors, so they'll all be back.
Man, I mean, but the big question: who's going to be that QB1?
Yeah,
I think that's a huge question. That's going to be the question of the offseason. I mean, Preston Carter has an opportunity as a senior to come in and do that. Obviously, Javen Crowley has an opportunity to come in as a junior. Who's going to be the one that leads the Tigers out of that tunnel in September, first game of the season, whether it be at Memorial Stadium or whether it be wherever it's going to be? Don't know what the schedule looks like for next year right now, but QB1 is the huge question of the offseason. Who's going to lead us in that position right there?
You're on camera, by the way, Madison.
We're live.
We're wrapping things up.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a team photo shot, right?
Team photo.
Right before the end.
Hey, how we doing?
Thanks for tuning in with us all season long. We finished things out here at Catoosa High School. Final score 49-17 in the semifinal. We hope you'll be back to join us next season. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how this team evolves and grows over these next few months, and just see what the product looks like after a full off season with Travis Hill, with this coaching staff. And I'm thrilled for where this Broken Arrow football program is at and where it's headed.
I'm right in the mix. I love it. I mean, I have the blessing of not only being with Travis and the athletic part of it with the football team, but working with you guys here at Arrow Vision and obviously the educational part over there at BAFA. But, hey, I'm excited. I know what's coming up, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be calm, cool, and collected about it because gangsters move in silence.
All right, well, we thank you for tuning in one last time. For Madison Dildine, the teacher of the year at Broken Arrow High School, for Coach Mo Wallace, the freshman head coach, I've been Dylan Rivera. We hope you'll tune into basketball season. Shout out Coach Coffey, Coach Wallace. That season's starting up this week. We'll have it for you live on Arrow Vision. We'll see you then.